right, we're recording.
I forget. How's the format work?
Sing the fucking song.
No, I'm not singing the song.
Oh,
Oh,
TJ didn't even remember I did one.
no, that was last year. I did remember this year.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Like
I
two
did.
weeks ago, I said the song. You were like, "What song?"
Yeah, well, I remembered it now.
Yeah, that's not the same.
Why is it not the
It's not
same?
the same as remembering it when I remind you about it.
Well, I mean, it's still that's a way of remembering if you think about it.
These are kinds of evidence.
Yeah, yeah. No song?
Nope, no song.
God, sing a song. You can come up with a song. You're pretty
well,
sure.
Moly
Next song with
time.
WP.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Moly time. We're gonna talk about the stuff we liked and the stuff we hate. And Alec did the song before, but now he's not doing it because TJ's a bad friend. Moly
Oh.
time.
Damn.
You guys,
just
I don't remember what Moleies it was where it was like 9 hours long and I got all unhinged and sang the Hugh Jackman song at the end of it.
I don't remember that. Shockingly, I don't remember most things that happen on the show. What we record here, it's I live it in the moment and then it is gone. Like I don't, and I don't listen to the show. I listen to I
Well,
don't
neither does
I don't-
anybody else.
Yeah, yes, I don't want to spike our numbers. It
No,
wouldn't be
this feels
fair.
this is like severance for me. Like I'll walk away from this having no idea.
I mean, we're still doing better than Katie Miller.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, yeah, well,
Uh,
she's getting dicked down by an actual Nazi. So what are you gonna
Two
do?
Nazis, probably, if you listen to
Ooh,
it.
two Nazis.
I meant her podcast. We have episodes that have more views than Katie Miller's podcast.
Hey yo,
That's hilarious. But yeah, it's the Moleies, everybody. It's the year-end extravaganza, where we go through the year that was 2025. A good year in movies. I would say a generally good year on the show. A horrible year in every other context. But hey, we're here and
I feel like for new run movies, the dregs weren't that bad, but on the balance, it was kind of mid, honestly.
Yeah, do you think, and this will probably come up when we're talking about like our worst movies, do you think it's that the movies haven't been that bad, or we're just like we don't have the motivation to see bad movies in the same way?
I don't know, like
yeah,
but we'll
that's
talk about
probably
it.
that's probably true. I mean, I don't know if I'm
going
not.
to. I'm not going to waste my time with movies I'm not interested in at all.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
look-
feel like though, like I don't know, back when we were younger, it was just like we just go to the movies. You know what I mean? I don't really have that drive
Go to
anymore.
the movies.
You know what I mean?
still
Like,
saw. I don't know how many new releases everybody else saw. I managed to somehow see 27 new releases.
I mean, that's pretty good. I feel
Yeah,
like that's
that's
pretty
more
good.
more than one every 2 weeks. I feel like that's pretty decent.
I don't know. I just remember I remember a long time ago, me and Alec, I forget what movie we were going to see, but we ended up just seeing The 10 instead, and it was incredible. But
It
like,
was super bad. It was sold out.
we were
It
going to
was
see.
it was before like pre-sales and
God, yeah, before.
buying your seat ahead of time. Like we just
Yeah.
showed up to the theater like a bunch of jagoffs saying,
Yep.
"Let's go see Superbad," and it was sold out.
But then we ended up seeing an incredible movie anyway, so it worked out.
Yeah, we were a bunch of jagoffs though.
Still, we're still Jagoffs. Much older, still Jagoffs.
You know what? I've never gone to a movie that was sold out.
Oh, I have.
Oh, I definitely have.
But
I
you
remember-
never like seen a movie that sold out, or never gone and been turned away because there were no
I've
tickets?
never been gone and turned away. I'm sure I have seen a movie that has been sold out in some location or another.
Oh yeah, I've had, both has happened to me several times. Well, not anymore. Like Alex said, now you buy your ticket ahead of time. So
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I've
it
tried to
was-
see movies that are sold out, and I just don't.
Counterpoint, TJ. I think most people have always bought their tickets ahead of time. Like I don't think you typically buy them during the movie.
Like
You
a-
know
like a-
what?
like
I
a
mean, you're
train
really
ride.
you're really fucking splitting hairs here. You know what I mean. Jesus Christ!
Hey, every picture's a picture of you when you were younger. It's a picture of me when I was older.
All right,
Hey,
all right.
thanks for that camera.
All right, Nate. How are we doing this, buddy?
Is Nate the king of
How
now?
are we doing this?
Nate's the MC.
We decided we need a bottom and a top is what we're trying to do.
I say, yeah. So, but this is gonna be a two-parter. I don't know if it's gonna be released in two parts or smooshed together into one big ass part.
I don't know. Let's see how long we go, and then
Are we gonna do a whole bloody affair situation?
I
Oh
don't know.
yeah,
I think- I was thinking
release it in
we
two
could just-
parts and then release a longer version 12 years later.
The Snyder cut of the
But,
Moleies.
but you have to listen to the whole run
No,
of the show
you
and
have
prove
to-
it.
You have to drive to Sean's house and listen to it with Sean. That's how you
Oh
get
my
the
God.
whole
Well,
thing.
and Alec, are you comfortable being in Fortnite as a character for the full version?
I mean, I guess so.
Because
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, I think that would be cool. It could be fun.
That would be cool.
It'll connect to the gen whatever gen
If
we're
only,
talking to
if
by that
only
point.
I had any sort of talent or motivation, I could animate us as like Fortnite characters. That'd be amazing.
Just do that that AI thing you were doing about a year ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
could
where
do
the
that.
mole is in all the different movies.
I
on
think
the
they can.
logo?
I think you can like animate like actual like animation now, but who knows? You probably have to
Yeah.
pay for it.
According to a Politico article I read today, we may be experiencing rolling blackouts on the East Coast during the summer because of AI data centers taking up too much power.
Oh, fun, fun,
Yeah.
great times.
Yeah,
All right, what?
We could just
What a-
make a jib jab.
let's start with
Jib-jab.
bottom for the total year beyond the podcast.
All right, so we're
So
starting
are
off
in
with
the wild bottoms.
Yeah.
yes. This is movies that were
Yes.
wildly released in 2025.
That's the loosest environs of the base of the pyramid is the wild bottoms. So we have
The
to
loosest
start there.
of bottoms.
All
Are we
right,
doing?
Okay. And before anybody asks, one person
Okay.
goes and says all three of their answers, and if anybody has the same answer, they chime in.
Okay.
Okay.
Alex'
fair enough.
enthusiasm is infectious.
Yeah, he loves it. It's his favorite.
I'll go. I'll do my bottom three for the total year.
Go.
Okay.
They are Together,
Yeah, that was an honorable mention for me. That one's oof.
War of the Worlds,
Yeah,
and Captain America: Brave New World.
Wait, so hold on. Was
that's
that
my
your
number
worst
3.
one? Was Captain America or
Oh well, yeah, I suppose so. Because I
Okay.
had the most hope that it might actually be kind of interesting, and it was just flat.
you guys had talked down about it so much. I never even watched it. Like I
Yeah.
never got around to watching it because everybody was like, "This is just trash."
I mean, President Hulk as a meme is way more interesting than the entirety of the movie.
Well,
Does, does anybody else have Captain America? Because I did. I had it in
Captain
number 3.
America and War of the Worlds were both on my bottom 3.
I mean,
Okay.
based on what you guys have talked about Captain America, whatever it was, Brave New World, it seemed like less of a Captain America sequel and more of a sequel to the Ed Norton Hulk movie, which, like,
Yeah.
who asked for? Like,
It's
very
a Harrison
odd.
Ford movie that Anthony Mackie is in as
Yeah,
Captain America, but
well,
not doing a lot.
I saw a
Besides-
clip on TikTok where they're like, this whatever adamantium is more indestructible than vibranium. You can't be more indestructible than something. That's not how
Yeah, it's
indestructible.
pretty different. It's like being
I mean,
super pregnant.
Let's
you
talk to
know,
Francis Ford Coppola about that before we
Oh,
decide
God.
what can and can't be the most
It's a
indestructible.
binary.
I think my beef with the movie more than it's just my general malaise with comic book movies is, and I think Nate's probably in the same way. I don't know how Gogs feels about it. Like it's another incremental change movie. Like it's like super lib coded, and like you have like the opportunity to do something really interesting with, and this will come up again with my least favorite movies, but you have something really interesting to do with like a black Captain America, and like you kind of dip your toe in it, but don't really want to swing for it.
And I
I
felt like they felt like they went kind of that direction with the TV show, which had its faults, but I felt like the TV show had some interesting things to say. I mean, and I thought that you were going to go in that direction, but nope.
Yeah, it's a lot of it. So it name checks the like original sort of black
The Isaiah
super
Bradley.
soldier guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it brushes him aside very quickly. And I was really hoping like, oh, team them up. I want to see like an older guy do this. Like that would be interesting.
You did.
You
Harrison
also-
Ford.
Well, I mean, this is the other problem. You also have a character where Harrison Ford is playing someone who could be very like warmongery and all these things and be an interesting bad president that we're fighting against in a time with, you know, questionably bad presidents existing.
Yeah.
Inarguably bad presidents.
Yeah,
But
go figure.
The you know,
Well,
it doesn't
it's
it doesn't
also-
want to do any of those things. And instead it's like, hey, we got to tie in the Eternals. We got to tie off these loose ends from Hulk like you said. And we also for some reason need to introduce the fact that Bucky's running for Senate even though like he assassinated multiple world leaders, which seems like a disqualifying.
Well,
Well,
not
not
anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, not anymore.
Well, that's also part of the problem too. Looking, and I guess this isn't the movie's fault, but kinda, because it was still like it's contemporary. It's not like the movie's 25 years old. Is that like it operates under these like we're still like doing the normal kind of like decorum of politics. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, the president, I did something bad. I have to, not
Yeah.
be bad anymore, as opposed to like the president who's openly like committing fraud and threatening to invade like islands full of penguins. Like it's so like out of touch. And I
It
know it's
also
like
does. Go ahead, John. Sorry.
no, go ahead. No,
Oh, I
go.
was just gonna say it also does the leader dirty as a character. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, and
The character doesn't look good. It's
the leader
like,
was what's his name? That guy we like, right? The guy
Yeah.
from the
He's
Coen
a
Brothers
3-name
movies.
banger. Like
I can't think of it.
William Stevens.
Sean, what's his name? You know what I'm talking
Tim Blake
about.
Nelson.
Tim Blake Nelson.
I
Yeah,
said
love
three
Tim. Love
names.
Tim. Love Tim Blake Nelson.
But yeah, he doesn't get to do like his plan doesn't make a lot of sense, which is the one thing that you almost, if your character is supposed to be so smart that they outthink everything, like they better have a really intricate, interesting plot where you go like, wow, you got me. And it was all there. And this is like, no, he's just been secretly dosing Harrison Ford all movie. Like, who
And I
cares?
I feel bad for Anthony Mackie because I think we all like Anthony Mackie on the show. He's got a lot of charisma, and it's just like they kind of shortchange him. He's like kind of like I don't know. It sucks.
I mean, you could take TJ and I probably Alec too. Again, I don't want to have to. I don't know why I have to qualify everything I say, but I'm sure someone here has read Captain America: Red, White, and Black. The Rag
it's awesome.
Morales, Isaiah Bradley. Like that was really good. You could do something with that, but they have no interest. Like this is like I don't want to derail this already, but my issue with like companies like Disney, it's like you already own everything, so like you don't have to appeal to anything. You can kind of do whatever you want. So like. I don't see why just doing a really like, or maybe they want to hurt the president's feelings, but doing like a really like socially interesting movie, like it's not, if they lose money, so what? I think they lose money on everything and somehow they're still like the richest people on earth.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean,
Yeah.
you think that they don't have to like, you don't have to crowd test things anymore because you own the entire market. So do something weird, but they won't. They refuse.
Well, I mean, as evidenced by like Doomsday bringing Chris Evans back. So what we did is like made this huge effort to be like, oh, we're passing the shield, and then it's all just like post Last Jedi, like, no, we have to undo all those things because people might complain or they already have. And that's sad. Like it's just no artistic integrity, which we can't really expect from a major studio anyway.
All right, Sean, you want to go next since you got one of yours out of the way?
Yeah, so my number 2, I think, is a movie that only I saw, and like this whole list is a little bit skewed because like I didn't see a lot of movies that were bad or in general. So my number 2 is Good Fortunes, which I think I talked about on the show with
yeah, that's my number 3.
Oh, sweet. It's just like again, this is going to tie into my number 1 pick, and Alec, I'd love to hear what you think too. It's one of those like, oh, bad capitalism can be solved with like friendlier capitalism. And it's just like I think I said it when I was talking about it on the show that I don't need to see Aziz Ansari as a lead in anything. I don't know why anybody thought that was a good idea, and I'm just like sick to the back teeth of Seth Rogen at this point.
Well,
Alec,
it was his movie, right?
Yeah,
I think that's why
like,
he
wrote, produced.
No, I know.
Shit. No, it's just like the message of the movie is money doesn't solve everything, but when the guy literally gets money, it solves all of his problems. And then the movie is telling you, and then it's telling you, no, you should go back to being poor. You'd be happier poor. And he's like, no, of course I wouldn't be happier poor. And like, it's so heavy-handed in like all the wrong ways, and it's not funny at all. It's supposed to be like a comedy. It's not funny like in the least.
That trope is kind of interesting if you do something like Parasite, where it's like making a commentary on like if you get that station, you kind of forget who you were. But if it's just like, oh, it doesn't seem like it had that kind of follow through at all. And not being funny not being funny in a comedy is like the worst. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do something stupid, at least be fucking funny. Like,
yeah, and it's like Keanu Reeves is charming, and he's like the only reason I think the movie's even remotely watchable. But even he doesn't have like a whole lot to do.
Yeah, I mean, we all love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
he's adorable saying, "Oh, I like tacos."
That's a pretty good Keanu Reeves. That's pretty good, dude.
Gabriel, or is it Gabriel? I forget what his name was.
Yeah. He's like the guardian angel of texting and driving or something.
Which
Yeah.
that's a cool
I mean, that's
concept.
funny. That is
Yeah,
fun.
that's
That's
It's
not
fun.
bad.
necessary. God knows I
It's
use them.
Hell
it's
yeah.
fun until you like kind of pull at the strings and like, well, if God can stop people from texting and drive, like why, I
Why
guess
am I so fat?
basically, yeah. I don't know. I talked about it before, but I didn't like it. My number one, I just saw it today because I
Number
thought,
one.
well, no, and this was kind of like stat padding because I knew it was going to be bad. I didn't know how bad it would be.
You were like,
'Cause
shit, I gotta watch more shitty movies. Like I gotta
Yeah,
get
The,
this
like
in.
I got
LeBron James of movie watching.
yeah,
At the buzzer.
I got it's like a garbage time touchdown.
A little Tony Romo for you.
Because I thought Megalopolis came out in 25 and it didn't, so I scrambled. My
Lord.
worst movie was Tron Ares,
Oh,
a
you
movie for
watched
no
that?
one.
That.
Oh, yeah. Nobody else has seen that here,
No,
right?
I haven't
Did
watched it
anybody
yet.
watch it?
No.
I'm
Yeah.
still,
No.
I'm
See that
Sorry,
movie?
Alex.
curious, but
You ever see that movie Tron? No.
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 Any Trons,
Yes.
and I'm never gonna see any Trons.
You didn't see
Dude,
the
Tron
last one?
Ares makes Tron Legacy look like fucking Stalker. Like it is bad.
Hot take.
So,
There's no good Tron movie.
I agree.
I don't think
hot
there is.
take, the second one's fun, at least like visually.
I heard
Uh,
the only
Is
thing
the Mirror's Edge one the second one?
That's the second one, yeah.
Yeah.
The original Tron is overhyped. It's visually fun.
It's
As
the
a
cool.
original
movie,
Tron is
not
it sucks.
good.
Yeah, it's not good.
So boring. I
The-
remember
the only-
being like, you'd see that arcade game, right? The Tron
Yeah.
arcade
Yeah.
game. And
Oh,
you're
the
like,
arcade
whoa,
game
this
sucks.
movie has to be wild because this game is like dumb, but at least it looks interesting. And then it
I
turns
will
out the movie's the
say,
same.
Light
I mean,
bites
I-
only.
I will say that Tron sucks, but the visuals of that original Tron have like made their mark.
Phenomenal.
It looks
Yeah.
cool as shit. And the fucking crazy, the planes and the light cycles, like that shit looks cool. It's just like come on, dude. It's that meme with like poking a stick. It's like, come on, do something. Like do
Light
something
cycles
cool.
are the best thing Tron gave us. Light cycles rule.
Yeah.
Everything
So
else.
speaking of light cycles, so the basic plot of Tron Ares, which seems like another movie that they wrote over top of, is that some evil company wants to 3D print everything from their computer into the real world, but only lasts for like 30 minutes. And
Great
then there's
idea.
like the good capitalists that like
Boy.
want to also 3D print everything into the real world, but for ostensibly like benevolent reasons. Shout out to Nick Shirley. And it's kind of like, so part of the thing that's fun about Tron, like the idea of it is it takes place in computer world, so you don't have to care about how things work. But when they 3D print the things into the real world, like the light cycle and the light beam and shit, it's like, how does any of this work? Also, like, if you can create anything and it's the ultimate soldier, like, why would you just make a regular ass person? That seems kind of stupid. Also, like, you have all this technology, you could probably just build those motorcycles, but there's also a reason why motorcycles aren't usually on the front lines of war because they're like kind of awkward, take a lot of skill, and are very noisy. There's like a stalking sequence on motorcycles going up a parking garage, which is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. And then the solution to the movie is good capitalism over bad capitalism again. So like I don't recommend it. The soundtrack's good. It's Trent Reznor.
I was
cool.
about to say the only positive I kept hearing about the movie is the soundtrack was good, and I'm like, well, it's Nine Inch Nails. I mean, I'm sure it's good.
This is one of those movies too where it's like dropping like lore into it, and it's like this isn't like Star Wars. Nobody gives a shit about Sam Flynn or whoever the fuck. Like they dragged Jeff Bridges' corpse out to do 20 minutes in there. Like I don't know. It's fucking atrocious. So
and it didn't have Chinese Jessica Biel in it either. So
No,
like, who cares? Yeah.
right. No, they just had regular Chinese people.
Down
Also, last thing, like they bring the things in the real world, and that thing that looks like a giant staple. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's the big ship, right?
The big
Yeah,
old-
they bring that in there and like divorce from the computer world. Like it is like the most like awkward looking thing on
So
earth.
wait,
Like
when they 3D print things into our world, those
Yes.
things still exist using computer physics?
Yes,
Oh.
basically.
So wait, if I printed some Tron boots and I put them on as myself, I would get Tron powers
for 30
Correct.
minutes.
for
Also,
only
like
30 minutes?
Also, like, not the yeah, then they fall apart. I don't know. Like, there is an interesting thing, like an idea of creating soldiers that only live for 30 minutes, like some kind of like super ramped up, like
Yeah,
But they wouldn't
Like a
even be able to
Zerg rush.
commute. Like they wouldn't commute
yeah,
to the war in time. Like you would need to be printing them on the spot and then
yeah,
catapulting them into the situation.
yeah.
No, but that's a
Also,
fun
like,
visual, honestly. That would
yeah,
be interesting.
it's a
also
fun idea.
not
It's not the
not
worst idea, honestly.
real subtle to like stalk somebody on a motorcycle when everything's glowing like hell, like it's like bright red everywhere. I don't know. It's a movie for no one. I don't understand why it was made. TJ.
Funny.
Yeah, but
Uh,
they didn't make money. They made none.
Well,
Like,
that was, I
yeah.
mean, that wasn't their goal. Their goal
They were
well,
probably
maybe.
sheltering and or laundering money.
I
Yeah.
still don't. I
Just-
don't understand. Like none of those movies have been successful. Even the original wasn't like a big hit. Like I don't understand why they keep like. I mean,
But it's
we
like a
talked about
Disney
this.
IP that they own outright,
Well,
so
that's
they
the
don't have to
thing.
split
Like
with literally anybody.
they like they just were so. We've talked about this to death, but like everything, as long as it's established IP, they just keep bringing it back. It doesn't matter if it's successful or not. They're just like, well, it's just gonna work this time, and it's like, no, it didn't work the
Wait.
other two times.
Is Michael Eisner still in charge?
I, who knows? I don't think so.
Oh,
I think
because
it's Bob Iger.
Yeah, it's
By
Bob
Bob
Iger,
Iger.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, because I feel like
It's-
Eisner was on. He's been since inception, so maybe he's just like hard for computer robots.
I don't know. I mean, like on its face, it's like it should be an easy property and it's easy to to merchandise and all that crap. But then you put Jared Leto in it, who's like box office poison. I don't understand why they're keep like, oh yeah, Jared Leto. Like,
Well,
do these people
he's
not?
good every once in a while.
But but not right now. And his Q rating, for lack of a better term, could not be lower. Like people generally do not like him, and it for a lot of legitimate reasons. And I just like, do these people not like go on the internet ever? Like, I don't understand. Like, anyway, you pass it to me.
yeah.
My bottom three are three movies we haven't mentioned. My number three worst movie of the year is Honey Don't, a misguided, awful piece of shit that should have been good because the
Oh, I
color
wanted to see that.
it's terrible and it ends on one of the worst like resolutions I've ever seen.
It's very bad. Yeah, I
The
I have this as maybe one of I'm kind of split on my disappointments, but this is one of the ones
yeah,
that I
I
was
mean,
split on because
I love the cast. I loved a lot of like I actually liked a lot of the dialogue, but like
the first
I
40 minutes of the movie are actually
pretty
pretty
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Pretty
kind of
good.
it kind of follows the Coensy thing of introducing a lot of characters in a real tangled web of, but like honestly, the payoff is so stupid that it just ruins everything about the movie. Also, the movie is relentlessly horny, and I
Hell
don't
yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care about that, but when it like it's distracting, and it just felt like I can't remember Joel Cohen. I can't remember if it's Joel or Ethan.
I think this is
But it just
Ethan.
felt like I just felt like he was whacking off during the whole movie because like it's like really I don't know again like I don't care about that shit but it's just like it was like distractingly horny and like again like Aubrey Plaza and Margaret Qualley, attractive ladies. That's great and all, but like where's your movie? Like I did not care for that movie at all. My number two, which was very close to number one, is Him, a movie that I had a hard time even getting through. Like it is so like I mean this term gets thrown around so much, but this elevated horror thing. And underneath of it all, like I think that a horror movie that deals with the way we commoditize, that's not the way to say that word. Um, black athletes and athletes in general, and how basically we make these guys like sacrifice everything and destroy themselves for our entertainment. There's a kernel of an idea in there. There's something there. But this movie is so one, it's the bottle movie, which I didn't expect. Two, and this is a Gog's point, but he this is there's no football in this fucking football movie, like at
Oh.
all. It's like the whole movie takes place in a training facility that's like underground and like it's weird and it's not weird in like a fun way. It's like weird in like the we're trying to be like a 90s music video weird kind of way. And another movie that ends in like the dumbest on the fucking nose like way possible. It ends in this demonic ceremony, which like I love that kind of stuff, but it's so corny and the way that it's executed is so bad. Also, it seems like a football movie that's written by people that don't understand football because the whole premise is that there's like every generation there's like one guy that's like above all and like
It's
is
Andrew
like
Luck.
that dominates football, but like that's not really how football works. I mean, like, you have your it's like it's not like when Tom Brady was in his prime. It's not like there wasn't other good quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like it's
That's
not
more of a basketball
basketball
kind of,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a football movie with no football that ends like Society.
It ends like the Suspiria remake, honestly, but like in a bad way. Like the Suspiria remake, the ending of that movie is fucking incredible, but like the end of this movie is just so fucking corny. And it's also like if you watch the trailer to him, you've seen the movie. Like it is literally that, and it's awful. Marlon Wayans, to his credit, is trying so hard. Like I want to like him in this movie because he is just doing his best, but there is just nothing here. It is so just it's a mile wide and an inch deep. Another Gogsism. It is as luxurious as it is dilapidated. But yeah,
That might be the
him
best one. Yeah.
him is garbage. And another movie that almost worked into my most disappointing because I was fascinated by this movie. I thought the trailer looked really interesting. And again, like I love the idea of like a horror sports movie because I don't think that's really been touched on that much. And I'm like, again, there's an idea here. Like if you gave this to somebody else, I think
Field of
you could.
Dreams had lots of ghosts.
Yeah, but I mean,
Necessary Roughness is pretty scary.
which one?
Necessary Roughness.
That is pretty scary. I agree. Major League 3 was kind of scary as well. And then my number one is Shelby Oaks. One of the worst horror movies I've ever seen.
I don't even know if I've heard of Shelby Oaks.
It was the directorial debut of Chris Stuckman or Struckman. I always forget it.
It was
And
kickstarted or something, or
yeah,
Indiegogo, I think.
it was kickstarted, and then Mike Flanagan came along and he backed it, and it was one of these movies that like was getting all this like early hype, and it was getting like if you're on TikTok as much as me, you see a lot of these like film reviewers that are clearly paid and they're hyping up movies before they're released, and it's like it's one of these things I can't stand about TikTok because these are like they're TikTok film critics, but like you can tell they're paid and they don't have to they don't have to disclose that they're being paid, and it's just it seemed like this movie is going to suck ass, and then it came out and it sucked ass. And it's also one of those Schadenfreude things where I can't stand Chris Stuckman. Like his reviews, I find him incredibly annoying and I hate his opinion. And it was kind of nice that he has shitty movie opinions and he makes a shitty movie. Because
Well, it's on brand. So
I already hated this guy and now I hate him for like more legitimate reasons than I just don't like him. But it's like every trope imaginable. Like this movie is like Hereditary with like name the like popular horror movie in the last 20 years. And he crams what's that, Sean? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, what do you think is worse? I don't think you've seen it, but his movie or the Critical Drinkers movie? Because apparently he has a movie.
There is no way. Well, I would watch it, but no, the Critical Drinker movie has got to be worse. I mean, I've seen clips of that. That looks like a fucking like a Tubi movie. There's also oh, sorry, Al.
Tubi movies. There's a lot of value in Tubi movies.
At least those are fun to watch. There's one part of this movie that I'll yield my time. There's one part of this movie that just cracked me the fuck up where this woman. So like the movie starts and it's kind of interesting. It's like a found footage movie, and you're like, oh, okay, it's gonna be a found footage movie about this missing girl. And then this guy like walks up to the main character and like blows his head off, right? And then it turns into like an actual movie, and the credits, the title pops up, and I'm like, okay, I don't really, I guess that's clever, but it's not that. But the thing that I can't get over is like this guy blows his head off in front of this woman, and the next time you see her, it's supposed to be hours later. She's like sitting on the couch, and she's still wearing the same bloody clothes. And the husband's like, "Are you okay?" It's like, motherfucker, I'm covered in viscera. Like it's so bad. Like it was like 10 minutes into the movie. I'm like, well, this is gonna be bad. It was awful. Absolutely awful. I'm glad that those two Australian guys, the YouTube guys that made Bring Her Back,
Mhm.
and what was the other one? Talk to
Talk
Me.
to me.
Those guys are brilliant, and I can't wait to see whatever they do next. But like, not all YouTubers are cut from the same cloth. Because Chris Duckman, please never make another movie because you suck, and you suck as bad as your
More
stupid.
like Chris Suckman.
No, he's got his ass. You suck as bad as your stupid Nintendo fucking tattoo sleeve, and that'll yield my time. Alec.
I got two more to go since Good Fortunes was on there. Oh, my second worst movie of the year was Mountainhead.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
That thing sucked.
That was like the what if billionaires were like the good guys, right? Wasn't that
No,
movie? Oh no.
they were not the good guys. They were like using AI to stage a civil war to get the government to buy all their contracts and use their AI technology or something.
So it was like a Palantir documentary.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it was terrible. Um, and my worst movie of the year, by far, without question, Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh yeah.
What a piece of shit that is. Like Adam Sandler shouldn't be allowed to make movies anymore after that.
Or be alive.
It's so fucking bad. Like I remember going into it thinking like, hey, if they just did the same thing as Happy Gilmore, like I'll be happy. That'll be funny. Well, I was wrong. I think it's like when Sean said when we watched King Arthur and he's like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if these guys kind of acted like gangsters? And then they did. And we're like,
It was not
shit
cool.
sucks. Like they can't all be wins.
Yeah,
But
I
man,
just feel like he's just in like cruise control mode because he's making $1 bazillion from Netflix to just make just tripe, you know?
do you think it was like a behind the scenes not controversy, conspiracy that after Uncut Gems, like real studios were like, Netflix, you gotta pay this dude a bunch of money to make stupid fart movies.
Oh
He's
yeah.
gonna start winning awards left and right. We can't have that.
Well, didn't
So they were like, yeah, sure. Netflix gave him $100 million or whatever.
I didn't watch it, but didn't he make some weird like sci-fi movie that's serious, like where he's like
yeah,
an
it's like a
astronaut?
spider in it. Spider.
Yeah,
It might be called Spider.
I didn't watch it, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just remember when we watched it on a show when we watched. I think was it a Netflix production? I don't know. The Grown Ups 2 or whatever was just.
No, that's not. We watched Murder Mystery on the show.
Oh,
that was
Murder Mystery was so bad.
That
oh
was
my
a Netflix
God.
production.
God, that was awful. And I think they made
Jennifer
a sequel.
Aniston's in that too.
Yeah, it
they
was.
they made a sequel to it.
Oh. But thank you, Netflix. That's why your Netflix account goes up like $5 every other month. It's ridiculous.
Gogs.
Let's see here. My bottom three movies. My number three movie, it's not even that bad. It's just like on the bottom three of the things I saw. Like this one thing this year is kind of mid. Like it's that Dangerous Animals movie, the one about where Jai Courtney is a serial killer that feeds people to sharks. And
oh, that was bad.
Sounds,
you know what?
It sounds good.
It's
I saw trailers that looked awesome.
It's not. I want to revisit it. Like it, I didn't walk away loving it, but like the more I reflect on, it, I'm like, it might not have been as terrible as I thought it was. But like that's what I'm saying. Like it didn't evoke what my other two are. So like take that with a grain of salt. That's why I think the 2025 draft class was more mid. Like it's got a fat middle is what I got. So Jai Courtney feeding people to sharks in Australia. As I say it out loud, it sounds kind of awesome. So maybe it doesn't deserve this.
Isn't Richard Dreyfuss in that too? Like half dead? Doesn't he show up in that?
I don't recall that happening.
I thought he was, but I could be wrong.
He was in Jaws.
Yes, he was.
My second from the bottom was Captain America: Brave New World. Like we talked about, completely didn't need to be. Like just like I walked in that movie, just like I walked out of that movie. Excuse me, going okay. Like it didn't even fill me with anger. It just filled me with nothing. Like I was just like, I just wasted time. What even is this? Like,
yeah,
it's unnecessary, wildly unnecessary, and which is a shame because I like Anthony Mackie, and the fall of Harrison Ford has been painful. It's been painful.
You know what, though, dogs?
It
Like
isn't.
he's still like when he wants to do stuff, he's still
He
really good. He's
can.
great in Shrinking. He just like, did you see that press junket where it was basically like, well, how'd they get you interested in the movie? He's like,
Money.
they gave me a
Yeah,
big
like-
pile of money.
Yeah.
Like the guy, like I think he just doesn't like. It's kind of like what happened, like later Bruce Willis. Like it's like when he wants to try,
But he got Alzheimer's and he can't talk anymore. Oh, sorry.
no,
Too
shout
soon.
out. But yeah, and then my number one worst movie, we touched on it, but I don't know if we really dug into how much it sucks, was the Amazon War of the Worlds film, because
Yeah.
sweet God, is there like
Hold on. I'm
Like,
gonna Amazon
you guys
Prime you
all, like,
this drone.
secretly
I
love that
gotta
movie.
Amazon Prime you this. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna prime.
You were Joker. You were Reaper the whole time, or whatever the
I'm
the
gonna
hacker was.
yeah, I'm gonna prime drone you this thumb drive into the center of like the CIA, like in the midst of this. Just it is.
And you're gonna give an unhoused gentleman a $1,000 Amazon gift card to use while the world is literally ending around
Where would
him.
they deliver it? Where would they deliver his things?
The whole
to?
movie, you can't see this at home because you guys, we don't have to put the video up, but it literally the whole movie is just going, what? Oh my God. It's just him
Like,
sitting on a computer.
And that's even
Ice-
more like acting energy than what we get in the movie.
Iced Cube is at his worst in this movie. Like he like I love him in Friday. I love him in it's in Boys in the Hood. I love him in the 21 Drum Street films. He is so bad in this movie. Like it's just it's earth-shakingly bad. And I hate that it exists, and it was the worst thing I saw in 20. And that's where I think it's interesting. If I look at the movies I saw in 2025, my bottom three, it's the only one that inspired. So my third worst movie was like maybe it wasn't so bad. My second worst movie was it just didn't deserve to exist, and it left me just flat.
Well,
And my
I think
worst movie is an affront to God.
I think part of the problem, Gogs, too, maybe is that like usually there haven't been as many Morbius type movies where it's like, oh, we have to watch whatever this bullshit is, and it ends up on
Yeah.
everybody's list.
Yeah.
Like we've managed to avoid that this year.
Yeah.
For the top three, since Nate decided he was going to go, can I just decide I'm going to go for the top three first? Because I think me, Nate, and TJ will have the same exact list in different order.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna do a couple of other shorter ones in between. Bookend
go.
with the go bottom bookend and then top, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I think we should jump from the bottom to what surprised
From
us
the
the
bottom,
most.
now we're here.
So we're talking about the surprise of either the podcast or the year.
Okay.
My surprise for the year was Final Destination Bloodlines, which
yeah.
is actually
like a weird
really
pile of ass.
fun.
Yeah, it's
It is
fun, right?
I watched it 2 nights ago. It is the best Final Destination movie by thousands of miles.
Leaps and bounds.
It is the best version of this Rube Goldberg of death film
yeah.
model. And like it's just it gets what it's supposed to be. It's like entirely goofy the whole time. It's not playing with tension around anything other than when are these dipshits going to get it, because I already figured out what's happening. The only gripe I have with it is I do not understand how two adult people in the world could be in a room with an MRI machine that turns on and not be like, maybe we should leave this room. That's the only thing.
But that MRI kill was
was
fun.
phenomenal. It's amazing.
Like,
But yeah,
the movie is a ton of fun. Like it had no. I watched it, and like I walked away from it like this movie has no right to be this good. Like this is like I've seen every Final Destination, and this is, you're right, by leaps and bounds.
And it has, so it's this like riveting, funny, like you're glued to it because everything is set up in such a like it's filmed in a way that gives you like, here's all the pieces of what's going to go wrong, and you know what's happening. It knows you know what's happening, so you're playing in this great loop. It gives you that. Midway through the movie, you get this beautiful scene with Tony Todd, who is just completely, emaciated because he's about to die from cancer in real life. And he says, I guess, entirely improvised farewell lines to the cast of the movie that are also kind of to everyone about his entire acting career. And it's beautiful. Like, I almost cried. And then the movie's like, okay, we're back on the horse. Let's do this nonsense. And it's fun.
It's so over the top.
Awesome.
It is. Has anyone else besides myself and Nate seen that movie?
I need to watch it. I
have
haven't
not.
watched it.
It is so over the top.
Like,
and it's
all of the kills are hilariously
They
good.
are
like they're just nothing.
splattering.
Nothing makes you don't feel bad about anybody dying in this movie. Instead, you're just like, oh, that yeah, great, good.
Yeah, it's like watching Ronnie Lott highlights. You're just like, hell yeah.
Wow. That's the Ronnie Lott reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking up. I fell into a deep dive of who the best safeties were, and then I fell into like a 30 minutes just watching Ronnie Lott just annihilate people, and then
You want to watch safety annihilate people.
Brian
Watch,
Dawkins.
well,
oh no, he was on the list. He was out there.
Sean
Atwater.
Taylor.
Sean
Steve
Taylor was up
Atwater.
there. Yeah.
Steve Atwater.
Atwater
Atwater was
tried to
big time.
maim people. That was like his goal.
Yeah, that
He's
was
the one that like stood up Christian Okoye, right? Like when
Yes.
he's 6'8", 380.
that was before they had the
fucking-
protected. You didn't need to let them catch the ball first. They were just
Oh, it was like
Head
NFL blitz.
I mean, that's the way it used to be for a long time. Like
They used to be able to clothesline people. Like they would clothesline people and like break their necks.
You guys remember ESPN would run it like Christmas Eve? It would be like NFL like bloopers and then just like the hardest hits, and it's just like we're just celebrating people like getting CTE.
killed,
Like hell yeah.
yeah. Or
They
they
jacked up.
They got jacked up. Yeah.
Oh. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna pass to Alec. Alec, your surprise.
Biggest surprise, right?
Yes, biggest
Yeah.
surprise.
I'm gonna say. I don't know. I have a lot of surprises this year.
If you got a couple, just rip them.
Well, I'm gonna say
Rip them.
my actual biggest surprise was Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which I was expecting to be horrendous, and I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I thought it had a.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a TJ on the show was lamenting how dumb like the time travel is,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is from a series of movies where ghosts melt people's faces.
Fair.
A man pulls a man's heart out of his chest through magic, and they find the actual Christian Holy Grail.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, the
But
Bible
time
is
travel is where we draw the
literally
line. It's because TJ is so religious, and all the other things had to do with the religious,
That's me.
religious
That's me.
icons, and he just couldn't deal with the science in this one.
I do hate. I love religion. Hate science. Oh my.
Yeah, he
science.
can't deal with the fact that they violated liturgical law.
Yep, that's his biggest. That's his biggest.
I have a
downfall.
liturgical law tattoo on my lower back.
Hotel Artemis was a banger that like I remember liking, but didn't remember liking it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll say Indiana Jones.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
There's something I wrote on my list, but I can't read it, so I don't know what it was.
I typed mine out. Like
I wrote something 3, but I don't remember what it was.
Terminator?
No.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. That
Was it Terminator
That's the only-
3? Rise
that's the only
of the
three- it's the only
Machine?
3 we
it
watched
began
this
with a
year.
T, and it was a bunch of gibberish, and then 3,
Okay.
and I didn't feel like going back to look it up. Yeah, Terminator 3 had a lot of problems, but it also had a lot of fun that I don't remember it having when I watched it in whatever it came out, 2004
Had
or
a
whatever.
lot more, and it had a lot more fun than the later Terminator sequels.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
were
later ones are just like grim and dark, like
devoid
edgelord
of
stuff.
fun. Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Dogs.
My biggest surprises. I also have a couple. I'm gonna start. I'll just be real quick. Romeo and Juliet. When we rewatched that, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, this is actually pretty enjoyable. The Quick and the Dead. I forgot how good
Oh,
that movie
yeah,
was.
that
I'm
movie
super
rocks.
glad I got to
Yeah.
revisit that because wow. But then stuff that I simultaneously The Sentinel. I can't believe how much I loved that movie.
You better. You bought it.
I did, but like I genuinely do love it. But my biggest surprise was I think, and this might sound weird, but Superman. Like I did not expect that Superman movie after being fed so many bad Superman movies as of late and possibly always, because I don't know if the Christopher Reeves ones just hold up because of sentimental reasons or if they were really ever any good. But I just like I left that Superman movie like feeling so uplifted and like good. Like I was like,
Yeah.
this really hit like all the notes. Like it did everything I wanted it to do. Like I expected it to be good, but I couldn't. I would have never guessed how much like I enjoyed it and how much I enjoyed it beyond just like an action punch 'em up movie. Like the story of it and like the heart of it was so
It,
good.
it also has the best like musical coda besides maybe the first Iron Man, where
Yeah.
he's with the punk rocker and he's like going around. That's really touching. Usually they don't end those movies very well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
But no, I thought that was I thought Superman was just it really was pleasantly like it outshined every expectation I had for it. So
Oh yeah.
it really
I was
knocked it out of the
thinking
park.
about that movie earlier, and how funny would it have been at the end if he's like, "Yeah, show me my parents," but they still showed the old video, like Pharrell,
Oh
like I'm
shit!
to enslave the planet and have a bunch of concubines and stuff.
No.
He's like, "Yeah,
Nice.
concubines are the real punk rock."
Sexual slavery is the real punk rock. Oh Jesus.
Um Sean, what you got?
So I'll do one theatrical and one regular style. My theatrical is Ballerina, which is if we had 4 or 5 movies would have made my list.
That also
I
would have been
really,
a surprise for me too.
I really like that movie a
Yeah.
lot, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be kind of a quick cash grab. And to be fair, I don't think that movie starts very well. I think like the first like 15 minutes or so are kind of a drag. But man, does it pick up steam and like it knows exactly what it is, and probably like a a long cameo for Keanu Reeves that I think works exceptionally well. Like you never get the feeling like I feel like a lesser script would have her like really like getting around him or putting him off, and it's just basically like I'm gonna let you get through this. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
lessen him in any way; it just kind of strengthens her. But I mean, I think it's like super creative and like it's not shot quite as well as the mainline John Wick movies, but like I love that movie. I think it's a lot of fun.
That
In a movie that
grenade door and table stuff is still
yeah,
like in my brain. It's so
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
It feels like that the John Wick action movie, we didn't get many of them. Like I mean, for a while we were getting nothing but those movies, and that seems like that's died off for whatever reason, kind of the heightened Hong Kong movie. So I was glad to see that. My movie, the podcast movie, I don't want to sound racist, but my or more than usual. But
Mm.
my biggest surprise was Soul Man, and I'm not defending the movie Soul Man as like a work of art. However, like I found it like really compelling. Like I watched it with Gogs, and I'm like, I'm kind of having a good time watching this. Like it is so stupid and wrongheaded, but like puppy dog stupid. Like it's trying to be progressive and failing spectacularly at every
Oh
opportunity. But
yeah,
like I didn't. It's kind of like The Hitcher. Like I expected to not be into it, and I was very compelled. I mean, The Hitcher was a better movie, I thought, but my biggest surprise is Soul Man because like this is going to be like 1 out of 10, like absolute dog shit. Like I don't want to watch it, and I was totally watchable. I had a good time.
yeah,
Yeah, it's wrong-headedly woke, but God
yeah.
love them for trying. But also, real quick on your ballerina take,
Yeah,
because I just also recently watched that. The amount of grenade fighting that happens in that movie
Yeah.
and flamethrower fighting
Yeah.
is it's off the charts.
Yeah, it's so
Like
good.
it's like I've
Uh,
never seen grenades used that much and that creatively. I love it. What a blast, literally and
yeah.
figuratively.
And then I'll kick it to TJ.
I got two. My show one is going to be a hot take in here. But I expected to hate Elysium, and I walked away enjoying it. I still think it's not good, but like overall, I enjoyed my time with it, and I think that like the worst parts about that movie are still like watchable. I think the plot is terrible, but like
Yeah.
I really fell in love with the world building and I loved the effects and I don't know, they're like it's a frustrating movie because again, it's one of those things where I feel like it needs another pass because like there's a lot there, and you could have made a good story out of that story. But like the ultimate like ending where it's like, oh, now everybody's a citizen. It's like, well, that doesn't work. Like that's stupid. And like again, we talked about on the episode. There's way too many like MacGuffins in that movie. It's like it's a heist movie, but then he's got the data, and then it's like this, and it's like, well, just pick one. Just pick one fucking thing. Then the girl has cancer, and then it's like he's got cancer, and then he doesn't, and it's like, but like overall, I enjoyed it. Sharpo Copley's like fucking role. Like he made that movie for me because he was so ridiculous and like
I don't think this show has ever had such a like a everybody versus TJ moment as
oh
Charlotte
yeah,
Copley's performance
dude,
in this movie.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. He fucking rocket launches a spaceship from the ground. Like, come on. It's so stupid. Like, again, it is the dumbest fucking movie. Like, it's a movie a 5-year-old would write. But like, I'm here for it. Like, what if we had a rocket launcher and it shot a rocket into space? Like, it's so dumb.
Why? I don't know.
Who
Fuck you.
fucking
That's why.
cares? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, and then outside the podcast, I brought it up briefly on what I watched, but I want to do another shout out to a zero budget movie called Dead Male that I absolutely loved. And I put it as a surprise because usually a lot of these very low budget, straight to Shutter movies are trash. And I mean, when I say this is zero budget, this has no actors you've ever heard of. It has very limited sets. I mean, there's shots in this movie where you can tell they just rented out like a Hyatt Regency and they were just like, fuck it, just it's supposed to look like it's supposed to look like a tech convention, but we have 2 tables and no extras. So like you have to let your mind do some of the work. But man, it is really well acted, really well written. Like I thought it was super clever. And I don't know, it was just like it was nice to see something like this that was done purely for the love of the game. Like this is a movie that probably cost like under $1 million to make. Like if this thing cost $1 million, I'd be shocked. And I don't know, it's like in the era that we live in where everything, even like crappy, like movies that look like shit cost, $200 million somehow. It's nice to watch a movie that like, I don't know, they just did it because they wanted to make a cool horror movie. And I thought it was really, really well done.
Nice.
So everybody go watch Dead Male on Shudder. It is years ago on the show, I felt like we were always singing Shudder's praises because their originals were just like hit after hit after hit. You had Glorious, which was really good, VFW, that was really good, Psycho Goreman, which is a movie that I will never stop thinking about. Also, those guys that made Psycho Goreman made a movie this year that apparently is terrible, which I was like
Oh,
heartbroken to find out because God, I love Psycho Goreman. But yeah, Dead Male is definitely something to look out for. Also, like I think 82 minutes, so it's like one of those like you're in, you're out. It's done.
Alex's favorite genre of
Yeah,
movie.
it's perfect. But anyway, it's everybody, right?
That's
Okay,
everybody.
yeah.
Sorry, my
Let's
cat was throwing up, so I had to run away from the computer for a second. So,
Base.
yeah,
let's
that she
talk
was
about
throwing up, or that I had to clean it up.
I don't know, man. I'm not your supervisor. You pick.
Fair.
let's talk about a movie that we never would have watched without it being on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Warrior, which is also gonna be in my top
Yeah,
3. So it's a
that
little bit of
was-
spoiler for later, but it's just not a movie I would have bothered to pick out just on my own. And it
You
was
don't like
one
just
of
watching movies about beefy bros beating each other up, Nate?
Yeah,
That's not,
no,
that's
I mean-
not your cues
Nate, this
zone?
is a very elaborate way to come out of the closet.
right. It's the kind of thing where like I would look at that movie and not understand the nuance and depth that was there and just write it off as like, okay, I kind of get what this is and I'm not that interested.
Yeah, it
right?
looks like a Monster Energy drink style
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, it
Well,
would be
also,
like
I don't know if you
Angry
remember,
Birds
but
or
the
something.
marketing for that movie was not good. And I
It's
mean,
trash.
we've talked about this with a lot of Monkey Bone comes to mind as a movie that was completely mismarketed. Like if you go watch the trailer for Warrior, it paints it like a completely different movie.
Yeah, yeah, and this was a really like it's touching, it's complex, it's really like I think I said it when we did that episode. It's like one of those things where every single fight is giving you the exhilaration of actually sort of experiencing a sporting event, which is cool because I don't know, not a lot of movies do that. So yeah, it's very cool, and I'm glad I watched it. Sean,
The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah.
It's a movie that's been out in the ether as like a horrible movie forever, but like there's a lot of like the canon, not canon films, but like the canon of like horrendous movies. Like what's the Michael shit? TJ, help me out. That the other like his humongous bomb, like Kingdom of Heaven. Is that what it's
Oh,
called?
uh,
That sounds like
no.
one that's
Kingdom of
bad.
Heaven is Kingdom of Heaven. That's the Ridley Scott movie, isn't
No,
it?
what the fuck is that movie
Oh.
called?
Ishtar. You're talking about
No, it's
Ish.
not Ishtar.
Zardoz.
No,
Zardoz rocks.
not Zardoz. But no, it's a movie that again like has been out in there forever that I would never watch because it's like what is it like 3.5 hours long? Like it feels like it, and it's like it's interesting that we watched it. I'm not gonna say I'm glad that I watched it because I didn't take anything away from it other than like how bad it is and just like how bizarre. But that a lot of these movies, I think it's probably less likely that there's movies we're not going to have watched on here because like we're all picking like this has been kind of a high water year for us for movies of like picking like really classic movies or movies we all love that happen to have somebody in it to try and introduce it to somebody. So like going through the list, you know, I either had seen most of them or they're movies that's like, oh yeah, I would definitely watch that at some point. This one was not one of those.
Yeah. That's fair.
Alec.
Mine is Drive.
Oh yeah.
You would have never watched Drive otherwise?
No, he
No.
doesn't like. Well, he doesn't like.
He does like Nicholas Winding
Nicholas
Refn.
Winding Refn. No.
No, that guy sucks.
Fair
Except for
enough.
Drive.
How dare you? How dare you?
Drive is cool.
I'm glad. You know what? I am very happy that you like Drive because I adore that movie. And well, see, there's a heroic thread through that movie, right? Like, if I showed you Only God Forgives, you probably wouldn't talk to me anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I Drive is a cool ass movie. It just drip. You know, Sean has said this a million times, but there's just movies that are just cool. And Drive is fucking cool. It's just a cool ass movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, and there's zero chance I ever would have watched it. I mean, the main character wears a tiger coat, for God's sake.
Scorpion.
It's a scorpion
Oh,
coat.
Scorpion. Yeah.
Shocked I never bought one.
Yeah.
I honestly,
Your
It is one of
birthday's
those
coming
things that
up.
like those pop up every once in a while. Yeah,
I've
that
seen
could be
one.
fun.
I saw one at a thrift store one time. I was shocked I didn't buy it.
That's wild.
TJ, the movie I was thinking of was Michael Cimino's Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's
How
Gate.
did I not think of that?
Totally.
Yeah, sorry.
TJ?
Yep, I haven't gone. I'm gonna piggyback on what Sean said because this year it was a little bit more. I mean, obviously it's always hand-picked, but I feel like it was a little bit more like drilled down than it usually is on previous years. This is also going to tie in later on, but I'm going to say Firepower because there is no fucking
Hell
way I would
yeah,
have ever
sure.
watched
Yeah.
this fucking movie. And it was bad, but it was hilarious.
But it was.
And then there's a bulldozer scene for like 15 minutes at the end of it. It's so bad. People wear pants in ways I've never seen before. But there is zero chance I would have ever just ran. First of all, this Firepower, just for you all at home to know, I generally can find movies pretty easily. Firepower, I had to do some digging, and then I had to.
It's got bad SEO, that title.
I had to
Firepower is not a.
There's also like
term.
7 movies that are called Firepower. I had to. The way I got it on the Plex was I had to rip it from a Daily Motion rip of the movie. And then I had to download a separate program in order to transcode it to an MP4 to put it on the Plex. It was one of the hardest things I had to do for the show, but I love the
And
show.
the whole time it was just sitting on Prime.
It was on YouTube too, but it's a horrible film. But I would have never watched it. To answer your question, I would have never watched it outside the movie. Everything else is stuff that I've either I've heard of and haven't gotten around to watching, or I probably would have watched. You know what I mean? But yeah, who hasn't gone?
Me.
Gogs. Sorry.
The thing I would have never watched otherwise was Frank.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
Love
really
that
glad
movie.
that I got to see it. There's no I would have watched Firepower if it had maybe stumbled across if it had showed up in my periphery. I've been like, hey, what's this about? And like,
this is his most popular song.
Yeah, I've flowed into that sort of shit, but like a movie about like an indie artist who wears a paper mache helmet and co-starring whatever Gleason, Domhnall like I don't know, and Maggie Gyllenhaal, like there's not a lot in what you're saying there that's gonna get me interested, but I'm super glad. I would have never watched it otherwise. I'm super glad I did because I think it's a great movie.
Spoiler alert, I think Frank's going to pop up probably at least once, if not more, on the second half of this show.
Well, good.
Got an honorable mention for me, but it was very close to being in there.
But I would never seen that. It was very similar to or the way I felt about it was what was that claymation movie we watched last year that I loved?
Junkhead.
Max
and Mary Max.
It's another, like, Frank is right up there with that sort of vibes, like something I would have never seen, but I'm super glad that
Speaking of
saw.
Mary and Max, I still haven't watched that Memoir of a Snail. It's by the same people that made Mary and Max. It's been on the Plex for a while. I need to watch it.
Well, yeah, that's my surprise, or my not surprise, my thing I would have not seen otherwise.
Nice. Okay. You want to do should we do top 3 for the year or top 3 for the podcast?
Let's do top 3 for the pod.
Why don't we do for the year, since we did the bottom 3 for the year, so it matches?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
Top 3 for the year. Sean, you wanted to start. Go for it.
I will go, but I'm already off because Nate has that was his other list. Okay. So my number 3 for the year, number 3.
Anybody remember Screw Attack? Because that's why I do
Hell
that.
Yeah, Screw Attack.
My number 3 was One Battle After Another.
That's also my number 3.
That's also
my number 2.
Okay, sweet. I didn't understand the politics or what it was getting at, but I thought all of them. So I was waiting for TJ to take a drink.
Yeah. That was Ben Shapiro. That was the worst movie I've ever seen.
That's not a genocide, is it, Gavin Newsom? Nope. I love billionaires. It's a movie. I love Paul Thomas Anderson. It's a movie full of like really super strong performances, and with people that like the daughter who's going to be big now, but was at the time, that has to go toe to toe with like real titans of the industry. I love the absurdity of it, even though it's still like pretty on the nose to what's going on. In another year with things, the other 2 movies of mine, I feel like personally connected with me a little bit more because, like, and I don't want to sound like this, we've been on the One Battle After Another tip for the last like 10 years. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this isn't novel for any of us. So, anybody else want to chime in about it?
I'll just say, because it's also my number 3. And I said it when we talked about it on the show briefly, but like, if any other director made this movie but Paul Thomas Anderson, it'd be their best film. But I mean, Paul Thomas Anderson has made, fucking There Will Be Blood, and he just
Magnolia.
He just doesn't miss. I mean, the guy, I don't know, and I feel like, I don't know, it's interesting. Obviously I've followed his career. I love all of his movies, but like, this was like, he did a lot of different stuff. Like, he directed action, and he's never really done action before. And I feel like the chase sequence at the end of this movie is just phenomenal. And the movie looks incredible. Not that his other movies don't look amazing, but like, this movie really nailed the tone and the vibe. Like Sean said, to piggyback, all the performances are fantastic. I love, and Sean was joking, obviously, but I love the politics of this movie.
Yeah.
It's pitch perfect. Talking earlier about Captain America, about a movie that's fucking tone deaf to everything. This movie is pitch perfect for the times we're living in now.
I do like that they. No, you're fine. I do like that they have a critique of leftists that comes from like an informed place, and like from someone who I assume has like pretty left-leaning politics. So like that particular, and I think we talked about it before, but that particular critique of like the Reed theory people, I think works really well for me. I don't know how it goes kind of broadly. I don't know if people got that. And Two Small Beers is going to be in the lexicon.
Small Beers, amazing.
Few Small Beers is.
I think because this is also a Pynchon thing, right?
Yeah.
This was based on a pension thing, and
Yeah.
Yeah, and this worked out a lot better than his last
Inherent
time.
Vice doesn't work
Yeah.
quite as well. This
It's a movie I
gets-
like, but I have problems with it.
It's
It doesn't.
imperfect. It's very
Yeah.
good, but but I mean, what this does is capture that, like, okay, we're doing a satire. We're satirizing these things because a lot of, I mean, this is based on, but not directly. It's not like
Yeah.
a direct telling the way Inherent Vice was either. But it's just like you guys have mentioned tone and everything, but it's writing where it's funny, but it's also smart in the right way. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like it's ever trying to be smart. I don't think it ever feels like it's trying to throw its weight around. It's just like, no, this is how we exaggerate these things that are already so exaggeratedly bad that it's
Yeah.
hard to do it well, and it's all done well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
I hate Sean Penn, but like I hope he wins an Oscar for this. Like I
Yeah.
can't stand that guy on a personal level. I find him
Yeah.
incredibly annoying, but he's so good in this fucking movie. Like
They should give
unbelievable.
his Oscar to Mickey Rourke. Maybe he was in something this year, so they can do Get Back for the Wrestler and Milk.
Oh God, Milk. Oof.
My number. Are we good on that?
Yeah.
Okay. My number 2 movie. Feel free to chime in. Is Chainsaw Man: The Reze Arc.
Okay.
Great, not in my list, but a fantastic
Oh.
movie.
Yeah, I didn't
Not
put
a-
it on my
not-
list either, but
Not on my
Oh,
list,
shit.
but
yeah.
Okay.
fantastic. One of the best. I mean, I love Chainsaw Man. I've talked about Chainsaw Man to death. I think I've turned all you guys on to Chainsaw Man. Not Alec, because he won't watch anime because
Yeah.
he has standards. But I love Chainsaw, and I felt like this was just like on an animation level alone, this movie was so incredible. Like the fight sequences. I mean, the last third of the movie is a fight sequence, and it looked so fucking good. And Mappa was just like, they were just bragging. I mean, they were pulling out rotoscoping. They were pulling out like all these like crazy camera movements, and like it was just so fucking exciting. And I love, as someone that's has read all the fucking manga, like this was a perfect adaptation of that story arc, and it was everything I wanted it to be. I remember when they showed that little teaser, I was just like, I'm in. I can't fucking wait. And it delivered like so much. My only complaint, and it's a problem with the manga too, Power is only in it for one scene, and she's my favorite character. I wish she was in it more, but it's incredible, absolutely incredible.
I appreciated how slow the movie started for like an anime, especially a fairly bombastic anime as the show is. It felt very personal. It's quiet when it needs to be. Like it delves a lot into these people's relationships and their motivation. It avoids the cardinal sin of, and this happens a lot when you take something that's a show or a book or a comic book or whatever, and you expand it into a movie, and it's like, oh, we got to explain who all these people are. Nope, just drop you in there. You get it.
Yeah.
I think it's, again, TJ said, like the last time I can think of 2 other like animated things that I saw that really blew me away, and maybe not even to this level. One of them was the recent Cyberpunk anime,
So good.
Edge Runners.
Yeah.
And then a movie Nate and I saw years ago called Dead Leaves, which I think is also the same studio that did Edge Runners. So I'm kind of like beholden to that animation anyway.
Studio Trigger made those
movies.
Right.
But no, I really loved it. It's I don't want to say it's better than the Evangelion movies. That's a different thing. Yeah. But like, I think it succeeds better without having to know the source material, like, which I think is something unique for a show that's as fucking weird as Chainsaw Man is. So like, that's my number 2.
Yeah, it's like functionally a rom-com for the first like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I think that was one of the things I was most surprised by about it. And then the fact that it's able to flip the switch and do what it does. So to TJ's point, like so much is going on that there are points that I'm watching this movie in 2D and it feels like it's dragging me into 3D sort of experience.
There's a scene where they're in a car chase and both the protagonist and antagonist end up on top of the cars to have an argument for like 6 minutes while they're speeding through the city.
Well, the thing that I like about Fujimoto, he's the creator, and his work in general, but specifically in Chainsaw Man, like it's got all this craziness and bombast and all this, but also there's like a very there's a very like real emotional core
Yeah,
to the
I was
story.
just gonna say there's a few really tender moments right at the very end with Reze
Oh my god, the
when
ending is ridiculous. The ending is
yeah
so good.
when what happens to her and she reaches up and the other lady, I don't want to spoil anything, just kind of lightly lifts her finger away.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
it's like,
that's it has a lot of moments like that. No Pachita though, or very little Pachita in the movie.
I mean, Pachita's like kind of barely in the manga
Yeah,
either. Like
but
he shows up in the if you read the comics, he's like in between every chapters. There's a little Pachita drawing, but he's kind of
yeah,
barely in the comics. So
yeah.
yeah, but
So
Pachita's great.
awesome.
And
So
I got a
okay,
popcorn bucket. I got the
yeah.
Pachita bucket.
I so good. We're gonna have some variety on the list because a lot of times these end up the same. My number one's Begonia.
Yep.
That's
I don't
also
think
my
that's a
number
Totally
one.
mine.
secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
Okay.
number 2.
I think for me it works a little bit better than One Battle After Another because like I feel like it understands the reasons why things are happening a little bit better, or well, not maybe it understands but expresses why people are in the situation that they're in a little bit more than One Battle After Another. Maybe I'm reaching or maybe I'm being a little weird about it,
No,
but
I can
like
see
I
that.
agree. I think like Begonia has this immediacy to everything that is really like it's extremely personal to the people involved in that plot, whereas One Battle, it's this sort of like factions fighting over a thing that we don't spend a lot of direct time in,
Yeah, I
right? We
agree with that.
pass through it, like Benicio walks you through what they're doing, but you don't spend a lot of time with those people. You spend a lot of time with the machinations around them and the
Can
warring
I
groups.
can I
it's like conspiracy theories, right? Like, they always say like, everybody that runs the world isn't like the secret cabal of like super geniuses. There's a bunch of dipshits that are rich. Like this movie's almost comforting that like, oh no, there is like a sinister plot and this is why we're like this. Like
yeah.
there is some
Yeah.
reason why the world is the way it is. And I find that weirdly comforting in a dark sort of way. Also, when so and so explodes, like that made me laugh.
Yeah.
Gogs, what were you saying? You were trying to jump in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're
No,
fine.
it's cool. I just think so Begonia was my number 2 for the year. And it and I just didn't I was thinking about this as a reflecting on the year in movies, the new movies. Does this year feel for like between like Begonia, One Battle After Another, Eddington, like do we feel like this year had more stuff that was like on the pulse of like weird like where we are politically than any other year that you can think of? Like
Yeah,
I
like
mean, I
big
feel like
baby
last
movies.
last year we had like The Menu and there was a bunch of like Millionaires of the Problem movies. I feel like that was very similar. I think it's just more of like a cultural thing like brewing under
well,
the surface. Like we
yeah,
all
I,
understand it, you know.
I think it's a combination of those two, both what Gogs and TJ said. I think when we look back at like cyberpunk movies that were kind of predicting where we were going, it was like fanciful and like, oh, this is the worst case scenario. And now that we've kind of gotten there, like I think movies are kind of finding the language to tell the stories. Like, okay,
Yeah.
we now enough of the general like public has like that vibe or at least that energy where they understand that things are wrong and like I think people are more receptive to those kind of stories now than they would be otherwise. That's my theory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean
agree with that.
it feels like kind of the parallelism of late 60s, early 70s movies too, where it's just like, yeah, when shit gets bad, like the art gets kind of excellent and also directly addressing the things rather than talking around them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But Begonia is my number one.
Mhm.
It's a masterpiece. It's also it's incredible because it's a remake, and I've seen the original, Save the Green Planet. It's interesting because it's very similar to the original, but like the things that Yorgos Lanthimos decided to change make a lot of sense, and it's one of those weird instances where they both of them feel like their own movie. Like this is a remake, but it feels like Begonia feels like its own thing, whereas Save the Green Planet feels like its own thing. It's like variations of a theme, right? Like the theme of both are pretty much the A to B of both movies are basically the same, but it's how you get there is a little different. And I feel like what Yargos did it speaks more to our current American or Western sensibilities. Also, like I mean, I've talked about Yorgos Lanthimos a billion times. I think the guy is just, I think he's amazing. But like he really, talking earlier about P.T. Anderson and what he decided to do with One Battle, like there's some stuff in this movie that I just thought was incredible. Like there's like they ring the bell every time TJ mentions Fellini, but there's that one scene where he's like holding his mother by like in like the
Mhm.
balloon. That's like
Yeah.
a direct like reference to Eight and a Half. Like I just thought this movie was incredible. And like to me, it's that perfect confluence of artsiness and
Artsiness.
accessibility.
Oh.
Like it is very artsy and it's very out there and weird, but I feel like it's grounded enough that anyone can watch this movie and pull something away from it. Like I feel like Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons are dynamite on screen. Like those two actors have such great chemistry. And Jesse Plemons is, I mean, I don't feel like we give that guy enough credit. Like he's so fucking good and so good at being like a creep, but like a creep that you kind of empathize with. Like, I don't know. I thought both of their performances were unreal.
Yeah.
The actor that played his cousin, I thought did a great job. And come to, I talked about this before, but he actually is
It's an actual autistic.
he's autistic, and I thought he did a great job. It's great that you actually cast somebody, that has those issues in that role, whereas I know it's like, obviously, in years past, like we talked about fucking what's his name, Sean Penn, I Am Sam kind of situation. Um, but like I really loved the movie and I loved what it had to say. I thought that the ending was very powerful. Like the final, not with I'm talking around it, but you all have seen it. The final shots of that movie were just
Yeah.
haunting, and I thought it was brilliant. It's a great movie. It's I feel like Lanthimos is just insane to make this Kinds of Kindness, which is not an easy movie to recommend to people, but like Poor Things, I think is. And I think
Yeah.
to do those three movies back to back to back like this is insane. And I think he is a genius. I saw in an interview recently where he's just like, I need to take a break. And it's like,
That's
yeah, I
good.
bet you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like you can't, I mean, you've said it, but you can't understate how good Emma Stone is in this movie and the
He's
fact
Yeah.
it,
that when you
if she
have
doesn't get an Oscar, it's, I mean,
you
she
have a
should.
difficult and thankless role, which is you have to be able to constantly keep the composure of a corporate asshole who's commenting on stuff, even when you're in your most desperate situation,
Yeah.
where it's like, everything about the movie tries to keep you from not from being able to not being able to decide who is right here,
Right,
who's
right.
the villain and who's the hero, and and you to be able to, the scene that you referenced with the Fellini hospital bed balloon sort of thing, like her being able to stand there and say like, well, the good thing is we're looking into what happened that caused this and we're going to do something about it because we care about you,
Yeah,
the
it's
shit that like
that corporate speak. It's
right,
that,
Which,
and
which is
it's
also kind of what's actually going on behind the scenes.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and that's and it's so, that combined with her sort of delivery of like, well, I'm a master in psychology or doctor in psychology or whatever too. And this whole like just the way that there's this kind of sense that like, oh, well, we'll just figure out a new way to break this person and that will solve the problem. Um, and it should just be bigger than that. I think it's phenomenal too. So yeah, it was also my number one.
nice. All
Well,
right.
I'll go with either Nate or TJ since both of your number ones are off.
I'll go if you don't mind,
Go
Nate.
for it.
Yeah.
The only one we didn't mention, my number two is Eddington, another
Mhm.
movie. All my top three, I have the same thing where I feel like these are three movies that nailed our current climate. I think Eddington, like, I think it is the perfect movie for this time period, and it perfectly encapsulates the hysteria that like social media it gives people and like the echo chambers people get in and the just the way people kind of they kind of magnify their own life by what they're seeing online. And
Yeah.
I felt like a lot and it's weird because I feel like initially when the movie first came out the discourse around the movie was totally different than it is now. I feel like a lot of times when stuff comes out in the theater I don't know, people don't, I guess not as many people see it. And then the more people see it, people talk about it and discuss more. And I don't mean to sound like the fucking guy that gets everything, but I think a lot of the points of the movie went over people's heads and they didn't understand what it was trying to say.
Well, a lot of the
And
gripes were about the way people who were like doing Black Lives Matter protests were depicted and things like that, that it was making them look silly.
yeah,
Now,
but
but
that's
the
not
thing
the
is
point of the
Joaquin
movie.
Phoenix is the perspective character for the whole movie. So if they
Yeah.
look silly, it's because he thinks they look silly. Like
And
people aren't reading
well,
the movie right. Yeah.
Well, and two things about that. One, if you have that perspective, did you not watch the end of the movie? Like, do you not
Right.
understand that we're all, I mean, the point of that movie is we're all just like pawns for corporations to do whatever the fuck they want. Because you got Magic Gold Megacorp or whatever built at the end,
Yeah.
and that's all that really mattered. But the thing is, the second part is, and to Sean's point, talking about one battle after another, there are performative fucking leftists. We're lousy
Well,
with that,
sure.
and the movie
That
deals
movie's
with
chock full of performative
that's
leftists.
the
Hmm.
thing, and that's the point. And I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with the fact that, like, yeah, there's a lot of hacktivism, for lack of a better term. There's a lot of like
When
people.
that girl was like, "I'm saying this, but I'm not allowed to," because I was like, "Just, I get it, lady. Just fucking move
Yeah,
along."
there's a lot of well-meaning liberals that just come across as being fucking ridiculous, and I'm comfortable in saying that. I might be one of them. I don't know. But like you can't sit there and say that like some people don't take it too far. Like yeah, I don't agree with right-wing politics at all. But sometimes on the other side, people just go nuts and they look absolutely ridiculous and it's just like, yeah, like I get what the movie's trying to say. It's not saying that Black Lives Matter was ridiculous. It what it's trying to say is in this small town of like 50 people these people like making doesn't make any sense and they're being performative like the that one character that basically like switches sides because he's trying to get laid like that like again like I don't feel like the movie is subtle and I just don't think
No.
also it's kind of a comedy and I just don't think that people I don't know it's like they're uncomfortable with that like it's weird but I thought the movie was brilliant. I love Ari Aster. I love Joaquin Phoenix. I thought that Pablo Pascal was great. I thought the movie was wonderful and a movie that I've rewatched twice. And I think it's got, I'm going to do a movie, the podcast thing. This is the movie that Richard Kelly thought he was making with Southland Tales. Like it has a lot to say in an absurd way at times, but it nails the points it's trying to make. And I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, that I cede my time. Nate.
All right. My yeah, I really liked Eddington also. I think it's also interesting because it is a I think it also does function as a horror movie well
Mm-hmm.
in the Ari Aster way of like, hey, you're getting a little mix of everything. We already covered my number two and number one. My number three for the year was 28 Years Later.
Ooh,
Um,
that's gonna come up for me too.
Now the I think a lot of that is the mom stuff in there. The Reverence of Death stuff is really interesting.
Have
The
you seen the
collapse of
Bone Temple
society.
yet?
I have not.
I
I'm
heard it's great.
Yeah, I've
I
heard
haven't watched
amazing
it.
things. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm psyched to check it out. I was hoping to do it this weekend, but it was just kind of cold and
Yeah.
snowy, so I didn't. Um, but yeah, I think it's really, considering the potential for a why now, why not 30 years ago situation with this, it it's excellent. It's a good movie. It's the beginning of a trilogy, so it's at times confounding, but I think as we go along, it gets stronger. And the kid in it's great. It's maybe one of Aaron Taylor Johnson's only good performances that I can go like, yeah, he's really good in this movie.
Besides
Um,
Craven.
yeah. Which I mean, he could hunt zombies if he wanted to.
Yeah, true.
And then Ray Fiennes is just amazing in it. Like I think there's, it's got the to sort of parallel it to the kind of performative call out in Eddington. Like 28 years later is kind of this call out on like recognize how precious life is and that people are people. Like we can't just demonize things because they've turned against you, right? Like that actually doesn't serve us in a spiritual way. Even if it's functionally easier. It's easier to dismiss something if you're just like, well, they're all not people anymore, so I can get rid of them. But yeah, so that's 28 years later. Yep. Gogs.
Uh,
Um, so my two and my top three already got talked about. My number three was One Battle After Another. My number two is Begonia. Begonia, which I just recently watched and just really, I don't know. You guys already said it better than I would say it, but Uh, I will like the first time I saw Jesse Plemons that I can recall, I think was in Black Mirror. And if you
Oh,
told me that that guy was going to be the actor he is now,
you didn't watch Breaking Bad?
who was he in Breaking? I watched some of. I never finished Breaking Bad.
He was in
But,
Breaking
He's later in the
Good. It's a
season,
waste of
so
time.
Oh my, get out of here. That's crazy talk.
but yeah, I thought his performance in Begonia and Emma Stone's performances were just fucking phenomenal. And what a that movie just kept me the entire time. I was just like, what the hell is going on? And then the payoff of the like it kept me guessing the whole time. And I loved it. I was there for the journey. But my number one was Companion,
Oh, I love that
yeah.
movie.
which
Good
I
pick.
which I really really enjoyed. And despite knowing what the twist was, it's not even the twist, but like
I
knowing
still think it's a better movie if they didn't
it'd be
give
better
you
if they
the
didn't
twist.
tell you that,
Yeah.
right? But like even knowing that
It's a
coming in,
fantastic movie though.
the
I love
movie
it.
that precedes that, or that follows that twist or whatever that conceit is super good. It's very creative. It's a lot of fun. It's like the fun version of Ex Machina. Like it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
it's Ex Machina with joke abouts. It's cool. The plot's cool. Uh, the who's the young lady that plays
Sophie
the
Thatcher.
she's
Yeah,
she's
she's great.
excellent in it. Um, it was a real surprise. Like, and I just remember just watching it and just the entire time, like, is it a better movie than Begonia, One Battle After the Other, Eddington, and Friendship was on my like top 5 list too.
Friendship was great
Mhm.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
But like from of those 5 movies that I put at the top of my 2025 list, it's the movie that I walked away with like the biggest feels about and like the most enjoyment probably.
What's his name too? I always forget his fucking name.
What's his name's
the
kid?
yeah, the guy from The Boys.
Yeah.
He's great in the movie as like a shithead. Like, what is his name? Quaid, obviously.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's-
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid. He's great in the movie because like he's kind of playing against type. Because like he always plays kind of like a Boy Scout, and he's kind of like a huge piece of shit in this movie.
Yeah. And he's great at it. And the movie's just like an unexpected. I don't know. I didn't do any research. I don't even remember who directed it, but like it was awesome. So, it was that's my number one.
Number
2025 number one. Alec.
All right, atheists, prepare to get angry.
Hell yeah.
My number 3,
Go for it,
Thunderbolts.
papist. Oof.
Okay.
I like Thunderbolts.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought Thunderbolts was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Thunderbolts rocked.
Yeah,
it was better than I expected.
It was much better than I expected. I just wish like they would have done more with the Void, but overall, I thought it was I wish that other Marvel movies that came out after it had the energy that Thunderbolts had because it was fun. It was a good
See,
time.
I had Thunderbolts
Well,
like middle of the pack.
Only one has come out
That
after
Captain
it.
America movie. Never mind.
No,
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Oh, then
Fantastic
never
Four
mind.
came out.
I for some reason I thought Captain America came out. I love Fantastic Four.
Captain
so-
America came out like a year ago.
Shit.
Yeah. Thunderbolts is a blast. Like
Yeah,
they have
Thunderbolts is
really,
fun.
really good chemistry all around. And I love seeing Sergeant Barnes, senator at law, or whatever you want to call him. But by the time the whole MCU collapses in on itself, he's going to be like the president of the world.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Fantastic Four.
Nice. Love
Another
that.
Marvel
Good movie.
has strung 2 baggers in a row, and I'm hoping they can keep that energy for next year with
We can hope. I don't know.
with
Outlook
a
not
couple
so
of movies
good.
they have coming out next year. But Fantastic Four is a fantastic movie. It's not like the last Fantastic Four, which is a fantastic bore. But this movie
Got him.
rocks. And has
Like the
rocks in
Thing.
it. It has a rock band.
Yeah, Fantastic Four was great. Was it First Step? What was it? First.
Yeah, I
Step?
enjoyed it.
Yeah, First Steps.
I know Sean didn't like
Yeah,
it, but I liked it. The hell
I
was
rewatched
Sean
it with
doesn't
my
like-
doesn't
family.
like
Sean
anything.
doesn't like anything, to be fair.
Sean's a dick. Fuck that guy.
It's a cool movie and it's beautiful. Like the style of it is the whole like sticks
don't
to
know.
his aesthetic is dope.
But
like
between watching, I think Superman came out like 2 weeks before that, and like
a
watching
month,
those,
yeah.
watching those like back to back, I was like, okay, I kind of like superhero movies again. Like they were fun. I enjoyed my time with them. I don't know. And Fantastic Four, they fucked up so many times before, 3 times, right? And it was
Yes.
just nice that do those characters justice. Like I felt like they did everything right with the characters, and I love those characters, so it was nice to see. And I love
And
Galactus, obviously.
yes, a legit
Not a
Galactus,
cloud.
not a cloud of spores or whatever.
Fuck you, Warren Ellis, for coming
And
up with that
the
bullshit.
Silver Surfer,
Yeah,
that lady was fantastic.
she was great.
Like
Or
the lines from that trailer where she's like, I herald your blah blah blah, like that still rings around in my head every now and then. I'm like, God damn, that was awesome. And my number one is Superman.
Hell yeah.
It's a good movie.
I'm not
Yeah,
mad at that.
Yeah, Superman was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really good.
that was really good.
Even though it was woke.
I need to revisit it.
Ben Shapiro hated it. That
Good.
means it's a
Ben
great
Shapiro.
movie.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, that's a raving endorsement.
Yeah.
Um,
he said that mom and Pa Kent weren't regal enough to be country
Well,
hicks.
he also loved Blade Runner 2049, which means he probably didn't understand it.
That's true.
he just loved Batista and his tiny glasses.
That's true. Wow.
Don't do that to me. You know what I like? I like tiny glasses on a big man.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Superman. I mean,
So
as has
good.
been said on the show several times, Superman was tremendous and it rocked. And
I mean,
like,
it's not lost on me that we had a movie where a heroic character kills Benjamin Netanyahu. Like,
That was yeah. And all the other superheroes were great. Like Guy Gardner, come on, it was perfect.
Yeah.
yeah.
like if you would have told 10-year-old Alec that Metamorpho was going to be on a screen and not look incredibly stupid,
Yeah.
I would
He
not have
was
believed you.
great.
10-year-old Alec would have been like, "Who the fuck is Metamorpho? I only read X-Men comics, kid."
And Mr. Terrific, like how good was
Jubilee
Mr.
or nothing.
Terrific?
Jubilee or nothing is crazy.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait till they make the Marrow movie, kid.
The Marrow.
Jubilation Lee.
When are they going to put Chamber in a movie?
When I was young and that character was introduced, or when I found that character, I didn't know the word jubilation was an actual word.
Yeah,
I was like, that's a weird fucking name.
Yeah,
It still is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Also, it's kind of a lazy name. Her name is Jubilee. Her real name is Jubilation Lee. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
great character though. I love Jubilee.
Yeah. She's had a lot of shit.
And now she's a Dracula or something.
Yeah, she's like a fucking vampire
for a while.
I think they retconned that out of there. I think that went away with the Hickman stuff, thankfully. But
yeah, that's it.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Perfect break time, I think.
All right.
I think we should keep going.
That's
It's
what I
only,
think. Like,
it's only
we
8:30. Just
we
keep
usually
going.
go like 2 hours.
Just keep going.
All right,
Just
let's promise to haul through it. Everyone
Let's just do it.
All
All
right.
right. What's the next one?
Okay, next one is disappointment. Let's talk
All right.
disappointment for
can I
either the
go?
show or the year or both.
Because I don't want to.
Go ahead.
It breaks my heart to do this. I have an honorable mention. It's Spinal Tap 2, which was terrible, and I love
Final
those
Tap
guys.
2 is my disappointment.
Oh man, I love Christopher Guest, and I said it on the show. I love those 3 guys together, but man, Spinal Tap 2 was like the epitome of like you did not need to make this movie. It was so joyless and not fun, and I remember saying on the show, I was like, well, these guys wouldn't get back together if there wasn't an idea, and I was wrong. I will fess up to my mistake. It was
I mean,
not
they
very
may
good.
as well have called it. I forget what the actual like
The
colon
end
part was,
The end continues, which is a funny subtitle, but
but they may as well have just stolen it from us Spaceballs and called it "The Quest for More Money."
yeah,
Like,
it was bad.
It's so bad.
It was really bad. But no, my biggest disappointment, sorry, Nate, is 28 years later.
Okay.
It did not resonate with me at all. I didn't care for it. I think that there's parts of that movie that I really liked, but it's another example for me where I like the overall idea, what they're going for, but I felt the execution was like really lacking. And I usually like Danny Boyle, but some of his choices, like editing choices in this movie, were like awful. Like in the beginning of the movie, they're like cutting to like Knights of the Crusade, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Every time they did that stupid 360 like cell phone shot that they came up with, I thought that was terrible. And it just took me out of the movie. I thought the Ray Fiennes part was the best part of the movie, and he's barely in it. Like I love that part. It just felt kind of meandering to me, and it didn't really like I get, and again, like we talked about this before when I talked about it initially. I think a lot of this movie hinges on how good the sequel is, and I keep hearing the sequel is fantastic. I hear a lot of people say I didn't like the first one, but I love the second one. I haven't seen the Bone Temple. I will probably see it this weekend. But for me, like I just didn't like it. I hated the way that the zombies were now, or infected, whatever you want to call it. Like I hated now that it's like, oh, you got fat zombies, and then you got the normal zombies, and then you got the big zombie. It felt like I was playing fucking Left 4 Dead. Like it was too like video gamey at times. Like I just didn't work for me. And I do agree, I thought the kid was really good. Like I like the kid. I liked I liked parts of this movie. I just didn't feel like it came together as a whole. And then the ending where it turns into like the Power Rangers, and again, I know that it ties into the next one, but to me it was just so jarring. I was like, it felt like the movie ends and then I guess what it is the movie ends and then that part is like a coda or not really a coda. That's like a cliffhanger that leads into the next movie, but it didn't come together. And I love Alex Garland. Like I don't like, Civil War is whatever, but in general, I mean, I really liked Warfare that came out earlier this year. It just didn't work for me. Like I really wanted to love it, and it's a disappointment because maybe I came in with way too high expectations because I love 28 Days Later so much, but it just did not work for me. So that's my most disappointing of the year. Nate, since I just shit all over your favorite movie.
No, it's all good. I
Sorry.
mean, I totally get all the gripes you have too. Like I think a lot of it too is like I heard you say that it was bad, and then I went and saw it and was like, oh
Yeah,
no, this isn't bad at all.
Yeah,
Like this is
I
actually
mean,
pretty good.
again, like
So
I've always said, I mean, everybody has different opinions.
yeah.
It just did not resonate with me at all. And I don't know, I was expecting more from it. And I felt like, again, I almost feel like, and I can't think of her name, Nicola De Casa. Is that what's Nia De Casa? The one
Yeah,
that made the second one.
hmm
Nia De Casa.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe if she made the first one, I probably would like it more. A lot of Danny Boyle's choices in this movie like took me out of the movie completely. And it was like I still think like the bones of the story are there, but like it just did not come together as a whole. But anyway, Nate.
Yeah. So my disappointment from the podcast wasn't an episode I was on, but you guys watched Flatliners.
Oh
And
yeah, that sucked.
I watched Flatliners because I was like, well, surely this movie that I've heard a lot about and was something that I wanted to watch when I was a kid. No, it's not good. So that was very
No.
disappointing.
No, that movie sucked. I was excited to watch that movie. I remember loving that movie, and it was bad. It
Well,
was
yeah, you're
so
like, oh, it's got literally all the hot people from the 80s. And then
yeah.
no, it's not. It's not actually that interesting at all.
No.
So that it was Flatliners, and then Total Year was again Together, which is just like I
Oh,
like Alison Brie. I like the premise. It feels like the sort of thing that even for parts of the movie, it seems like it's coming together to literally to become something good. And then it
no.
just makes confoundingly bad choice after bad choice.
See, that was a movie I said sucked ass, and you agreed that it sucked
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. Well, because it was just like, oh, I mean, it wasn't great to start with, but I was willing to ride it out to
And then
see the stuff, and then it's like it's the fireworks factory problem.
and
Like it doesn't,
fucking
it parks
the ending of
outside
that
the
movie
fireworks
is
factory, and
the
then it's
ending of
like,
that movie is so fucking stupid too. It's just like, oh, I'm a new person now.
yeah, if your parents show up and you're now not yourself or your partner, but you're an amalgamation of two people, this is going to raise a lot of questions.
Right.
And that movie is inarguably more interesting than the lead up to it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Alec,
Which category is this?
your
Most
disappointment.
My paper's old. I already said it. It was
Oh yeah, Spinal Tap 2.
Spinal Tap. Okay.
Do you have a show
Uh,
disappointment?
Sean.
Sean.
Oh.
Aw.
I don't know. Not really.
Yeah.
They were all either good or bad.
No.
Maybe X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like
Oof.
just not because I was expecting it to be
tuned.
good, but because I've seen it before and I was already disappointed how bad it was.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, it still sucks.
Yeah, it's still disappointing.
It's so bad.
Just like me to my dad.
Oh,
Untrue.
did we lose Alec?
Yeah,
We
he just
lost Alec.
dropped for a
What the
moment.
hell?
He'll be back.
Uh,
Gogs.
Gogs.
My biggest disappointment was Predator: Killer of Killers.
Oh,
A movie that all of the promo material had me really like hyped for, and because I was like, oh, this is like, fucking dope. It's like mad, it's all predatory, and I love Predator, and Predator's more hits than misses for your boy.
you love Predator more than most people. Oh, Alex raising his hand.
Alex has
Yes,
his
Alex.
hand raised.
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna let everybody know I'm back.
Yeah, we were like, what happened?
Well, Apple, my iPhone decided to do an update last night, and all the buttons have moved around
Way to go,
on the
Apple.
screen. So
Way to go,
Mhm.
way to go, Tim Apple.
I accidentally hit the slide out of everything button instead of the Pokemon Go button.
Gets you every time.
Yep.
But yeah,
Pokemon Go to the podcast.
Predator: Killer of Killers. I really wanted to be cool, and like the first half is cool, but I don't. The second half, I can't stand by that second half. Like I'm just like, this is dumb, and it is. So do better next time, I guess. But first half pretty dope. Second half, it's disappointing even in its own experience. Like I'm like, cool. Oh, shucks, you lost me. But yeah. Sean?
That's me.
You're you.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
My my podcast disappointment was Hotel Artemis. Not because like I hated it or anything, but because like I was like, okay, I saw it originally and like it was okay. And maybe, I've been disappointed enough by movies since it came out that I'll come back and I'll be like, oh, this is awesome. And like it started kind of awesome. And like I feel like it just kind of shits itself halfway through the movie between the cop subplot and the Jeff Goldblum and the like, oh, I poisoned your kid and drowned him for whatever the fuck. Like, I just feel like it kind of lost me. But like, I think aesthetically it's really cool. I think there are good performances in it besides Zachary Quinto and Jeff Goldblum. My theater disappointment, and I'm going to be on an island, and I'm not saying that this is a bad movie specifically, but it's Fantastic Four.
You burnt.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it looks great. I think the actors are all really good. I think the plot is like a fucking junk drawer full of chargers. Like, I think it's terrible. Like, I think it's really dumb. I think the teleporting the Earth thing, like all that shit, like, and how Johnny figures out the language from one word, and the a piece of candy trap they set for Galactus. I think all that shit's like really stupid. I feel like there's way better source material they could have drawn from. But I mean, I guess as a reintroduction for them, it serves its purpose. But I was kind of disappointed. Who's left for this one?
I think that's everybody.
I think we've all done it. So let's talk about our bottom three movie the podcast movies.
I can't wait. I think this is going to be a very varied list.
Here's mine are coming in hot now.
Okay.
One is Island of Dr. Moreau. I wasn't on that episode, but that movie is terrible. And it's just like, and it's, I mean, bad. For being a movie where it's like Val Kilmer was supposed to be the lead and then didn't, and then backed out, but then stayed and ruins the movie the rest of the time by just being a guy who clearly doesn't want to be in the movie. It's just not fun to watch. It's overlong. It just feels bad. Like I remember watching it when I was younger, when it was like on, rentable on VHS, because I thought like, oh, this will be fun. And it's not fun. It's like
no,
and it's but it's not even like thought provoking. It wants to be. It thinks it is, but it's bad.
It's a fucking mess. You can tell like a Doom production it is just by watching the movie. You're like, this is a fucking mess.
Yeah. This year's going to be all over the place when there's 5 of us and only one person picked Dr. Moreau. So this is going to be
yeah.
Well, and the only good thing that came out of it was that little guy that Pedro Martinez was friends with for a while, right? Like that's it.
the proto mini me guy. Yeah, that guy. That little
Mini or
guy.
me?
My number 2 is an episode I was on, but I hadn't watched the movie when I was on the episode. I watched it later. Breakfast of Champions is
Oh, that's my number one. That was
maybe
so bad.
it's
Oh my God.
just like it's so incredibly not funny, but it thinks it
so
is the whole
fucking
time.
bad.
Like it's so much eyebrow raising and mugging and stuff and winking, and it just it just does a disservice to the entirety of Kurt Vonnegut's like
that movie was so bad it forced me to read a book, and now I'm gay because I read a book.
Good for you.
I love the book because I watched the movie and I was like, this can't be the book. And then I read the book and I loved the book. I thought the book was brilliant. And we talked about this on the show, but I've read a handful of Vonnegut stuff, but I thought the book was fucking brilliant. And the movie is so bad. It so misses the mark of like Vonnegut and like the way he writes and the way like his humor works. And it's just like, we talked about this on the show. This is my number one. I don't know if I said that, but it's so fucking like, who greenlit this movie? Because like the script is terrible. Bruce Willis is terrible. Everyone is terrible. It's like, it's awful. Like it is like unbelievably bad. Like it was funny because this is another movie that it took me a little digging to actually find it. And like, I know why. Like, I know why this movie is completely forgotten about and buried.
there were forces keeping it under wraps so that you don't.
And I mean, I thought it was strange because like Vonnegut, is a very popular writer even to this day. So you'd think that any like film adaptation of his work would be like around. And no, this was a very hard movie for me to find. And it should stay buried. It is one of the worst pieces of shit that I've watched on the show, off the show. Unbelievably bad. And again, to Nate's point, not funny, like at all. Like I never chuckled at all in the movie. Like it was,
and you can tell when you're supposed to. Like you can tell when it's like punchline, and you're like, no, this isn't working.
It's so fucking bad. Anyway,
first time I ever heard of Kurt Vonnegut was in the movie Can't Hardly Wait. That's who Ethan Embry is dying to go to like a Kurt Vonnegut workshop.
Oh yeah. And my number one worst was X-Men Dark Phoenix, which is just like it's an act of slander.
That's my 2.
Like it
wow.
You didn't have to do this. Like they already did it not well in the third other X-Men movie. And then you go and you make the extra effort to do a whole thing centered on it. And like we talked about on the show, it's basically like, hey, don't give women power ever because look, they're bad at it.
I mean, but yes.
Not only is it bad at what it's doing, but I feel like, and I'm probably going to get screamed at, this portended what superhero movies have ultimately become, because I feel like most ensemble super movies since then are only marginally better than this. It's like a billion characters that you have like almost no affection for outside of the source material. Like I don't care about Nightcrawler from either X2 or the prior like whatever 2 in this trilogy. Like there's too many people, there's too much shit going on, nobody has enough to do. It looks like shit. Like it looks like shit.
It looks
and
like shit.
And like,
yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and you also have like, you have the wealth of X-Men characters you could put in this movie, and one of the villains is a guy that like whips around his dreadlocks.
Bro, they made this movie twice in like 10 years. Like
by the same director. The same writer, same director. Like
Jesus Christ.
Magneto is in the same, like Magneto did the same thing in 3 fucking movies where it's like, I don't want to get involved. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God. Maybe you should call them X-women because they do all the work. Like, oh God.
It is absolutely brutal. And like, I don't know that superhero movies ever recovered from Dark Phoenix. Like it's just like it is like, I hate to say this, it is everything bad about modern movies all just crammed in this ball of like snot and pubes that you have to sit through for 2 hours.
I would rather watch the ball, snot, and pubes than this.
At least the snot and pubes would do Jennifer Lawrence right instead of just giving her a stupid death.
Yeah, that was my number one.
Also, the shapeshifter is the one that gets killed by impaling, which we talked
Yeah.
about on the show. Seems completely ridiculous. I don't know.
Turn into a shape with a hole in the middle and don't get impaled. Like, come on.
Also,
turn
like
into
we
a
can't.
Become a
donut.
donut. Yeah.
Also, we can't have her be like blue skin Mystique because that shit costs too much money. So she's just going to be Jennifer Lawrence through most of the movie. It's like, yeah, okay.
So yeah, Sean, do the rest.
Oh yeah, my hang on, I gotta pull the list up. Like I said, my number one was Dark Phoenix. My number three was Donald Darko, a
Oh, yeah.
movie I still hate
So
and
bad.
never won't. I don't care how much Nate likes it.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, we already talked about Richard Kelly on the show already. I hate Richard Kelly like a lot, and I
Yeah.
hate Donnie Darko a lot. I don't hate it as much as I hate Southland Tales, but this movie, almost Donnie Darko is almost worse than Southland Tales because Southland Tales is like universally hated, whereas
Yeah,
like
nobody likes Southland Tales.
people still talk about Donnie Darko like it's something, and
People
it is
get Donnie Darko tattoos.
Yeah,
TJ,
Like Southland Tale tattoos.
did you say this was on your list? I'm sorry, or you just hate it also?
No, I
Okay.
just fucking hate it. I'm sorry. Somebody brings up Richard Kelly movies, and I have to chime in how much I hate him. So-
Also, one of the rare movies where the director's cut is somehow worse than the theatrical cut.
yes, thank you
Yeah.
for bringing that up. That shit pissed me off so bad. He's like, "Oh, you know, my first part, the first movie I put out was kind of vague, and like you could pull things out of it, but no, I'm going to sit there and explain every part of this movie to you." And it's like, "Oh my God,
It's
stop!"
like your movie was better when it was stupid and confusing, and now that I know what it's about, like it's
Yeah.
more stupid and I like it less.
It's like if David Lynch like put out a fucking Mulholland Drive where he stopped the movie every 5 minutes, to be like, "Well, this is what this scene means," and it's like,
Could
okay,
you
dude,
imagine?
like, no, because yeah, no, he would never do such a thing.
Yeah, the movie is the movie. My number two, again, I think I might be on my own with this, was Higher Learning, which is a movie I
Ooh,
fucking
It was
hate.
bad.
Bad. That was
Uh,
bad.
Like a movie where a black director both sides
Racism.
Nazis somehow.
Yeah.
Like it just like full of like terrible performances and just like weird plot threads and Michael Rappaport who
It did
like
warn us about Michael Rappaport, though.
That is true.
did.
It saw something.
Like if like they had a show trial and killed Michael Rappaport with like a snowmobile like they tried to do with Jeremy Renner, I would be fine with that. Like I don't care. He's like one of the most repellent human beings on earth besides his like fucking his like Hudson Bay garbage scow accent and just his like actual personal politics, not to mention how bad his acting is. Like some of the weirdest match cuts I've ever seen in a movie outside of that Jim Kelly movie we watched where they cut from the race car poster to the rape. What the
Tattoo Connection?
yeah,
Yep.
tattoo. But no,
The
this
quarterback?
Yeah.
yes.
No, not that Jim Kelly.
No, that Higher Learning is fucking awful. TJ.
So my number one was Breakfast of Champions. My number two was Vanya on 42nd, which is
Hell yeah. That's my
Oh
number
my
two
God.
also.
God.
Boo. I expected that from Alec.
Dude, I'm sorry. Vanya on 42nd was fucking terrible. Like it was so boring. And like I get it, like it's like a movie that's like about the craft, but man, I don't care about the craft. Like I was so bored watching
You
this
burnt
fucking
Nev Campbell.
Dude, I was so fucking bored watching this goddamn movie. And they're talking, it's about a play that I don't give a fuck about. I don't care about like the acting. Like it was, oh my God, it was awful. I fucking hated it. It was not for me. I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. It was pretty bad. And my number three was Firepower, which is a movie I also put as a big surprise, a movie I would never watch. There's a reason I would never watch this movie because it was awful. It did it like I talked about on the episode. It had moments that had me in hysterics because it's so poorly made, but like it looks like a TV movie. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a series of old men in rooms talking about things.
It's real dumb.
It's real boring.
But
It's
there
real-
is a bulldozer rampage.
that part is great. But overall, it's just like it took forever. Like it's funny, right? Because like one of the tenets of this show is if you're gonna be bad, be like confusing and stupid. Like this movie is super confusing because like there's like two double plots in this movie. There's like lots of like out of pocket racism that comes out of nowhere, which is kind of funny because you're just like shocked that they'd even do it. One extra that can't wait to say the N word at the end of the movie. There's a scene where two guys literally fall for the same trap in an elevator. Like they see one guy like passed out and dead. He's like, "What's going on here?" And like it, but it is it. All of those fun parts do not make the runtime of this bearable. Like this movie felt like it was 3 hours long. I think it's barely an hour and a half, but like I couldn't tell. And what's her name? Sophia Loren has got like if we gave out like the Gal Gadot like horrible actor award, she would get it. Terrible fucking movie. So yeah, that's my three there. Alec.
Well,
Will.
my 3 is Virus.
Oh God,
That was
Virus
bad.
was
That
so
also
bad.
sucks.
Oh my God,
Man, that was terrible.
that was so bad.
Terrible effects, terrible acting, terrible writing. And like, I know that people say like, "Oh, I feel bad for so and so in this movie." I don't feel bad for anyone. Fuck Donald Sutherland,
Yeah.
that dick. He should have done this movie. This
Yeah.
turd. This affront
Virus
to mankind.
Virus and Breakfast of Champions opens with a guy with a gun in his mouth. Think about that.
It's telling you how to watch the movie.
Yeah, what a piece of shit. The movie should be banned.
Oh, it was bad.
Number 2 was Vanya, blah blah blah, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Number 1 is My Dinner with Andre.
Oh.
All right, okay.
It's basically Vanya on 42nd Street, but more boring because there's less people in it. How is that possible? And I didn't see Andre the Giant, not once. It's like I can find 2 things wrong with this title, but well, they did have dinner, but
That is
no
true.
Andre.
Dinner took an exceptionally long time to get to them, though. I will say that.
It's a nice restaurant.
Sucks for them. Should have ordered more apps.
That's true. That is true. That is what was lacking in my
Get
dinner.
some
My
Appetizer.
triple dipper with Andre.
I didn't get my Nashville mozzarella sticks. Gobbles.
My bottom 3. In the 3 slot was Indiana Jones and the Dick of Denial, or whatever it was called. That movie
Dick
sucked.
of Denial.
The movie sucked from coast to coast like butter and toast. That shit was awful. But not as awful as my number 2 movie, Dark Phoenix, which we already dragged. But let's drag it a little bit more. That movie fucking sucks. It's the worst X-Men movie I've ever seen, and yeah, it makes I hate Sophie Turner a little bit because of it, and it's fucking terrible. It doesn't need to be. But what really doesn't need to be is my number 1 worst movie of the year.
Yeah.
That we watched on the show, which was Terminator 3.
Oh yeah.
That movie sucks shit. It sucks so much shit that it ruins every other Terminator movie, save the first Terminator movie. It undermines what could be the best Terminator movie, which is Terminator 2, but Terminator 2 sucks now because of Terminator 3. The kid who plays John Connor sucks. My
What was that
so-called
guy's
life
name?
sucks.
Nick Stahl.
Yeah.
Nick Stahl. Yeah, the yellow bastard.
Mm-hmm.
The Terminatrix power set makes little to no sense. Having Judgment Day happen no matter what, it just completely takes all of the agency and point of the second movie. Just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, who said this is a good idea? Oh, I know who said it. Investors. They're like, you know what's good? I like money. Let's do money. So they made money. The stunts were okay, I guess, but because of the
That
war
truck,
crime,
the truck scene in the very beginning is like the best
the
part
truck
of that
seems
movie.
great, but like it is. We need to get on. The Hague needs to investigate fucking Terminator 3.
I think they're going to be pretty busy over the next couple
Well,
of years.
just put it on the docket because,
Yeah.
like, when they clear up everything else, I still think this is an abomination and it never should have been made. It's the worst thing we watched on the show this year. Eat shit and die, Terminator 3.
All right. Is that everybody? I think we got everybody. Sean, you already went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
So
everybody.
now we move on to what, top of the
Well,
show?
let's talk about our next year most excited first, and then
Ah,
we'll close out with top on the show.
perfect.
Like
I love that.
topping.
I guess Dune Messiah, TJ.
Mine is Alpha, the follow-up to Titan. Same director, Juliana, I forget her last name. But I liked Raw. I really love Titan, and I'm really excited to watch Alpha. And thankfully, because it's already been released in France, it's already on the Plex. So I can't wait to watch it. So that's my most excited for this year. Nate.
I'm also excited for Dune. I think like
Oh
the
yeah.
Odyssey's high on the list.
Yeah, that's gonna be
And I'm
good.
intrigued by Disclosure Day, the Spielberg alien movie that's coming at some point, but Dune is the thing that feels like I'm going to be least likely to be disappointed.
Yeah, Dune's gonna be good.
Alec.
Man, I have a bunch that I'm excited for. I guess, I guess most excited. I'm excited for the new Spider-Man.
That's
Mhm.
that's this year? Shit.
Yeah, brand new
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna be.
directed by the guy who directed Shang-Chi.
Ooh,
So
Oh
I'm
yeah, okay.
excited for like some awesome like all the Spider movies have had some cool action sequences, but like this dude is kind of like an action director.
yeah.
I'm excited for Dune 3. I'm excited for Avengers, even though it's gonna disappoint me. Um, Also, Supergirl, I'm really
Yeah,
excited for.
Supergirl's gonna be
Mhm.
good. I feel like Supergirl's gonna be good.
Yeah. Ready or Not 2 comes out this year. And finally, we get Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, thank God. Hopefully more Cole.
Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is going to kill Cole.
Oh, hope
That
that
would be
would be
great.
if the
It
movie
just
opens with him.
I don't
hitting
think
him with his
Cole's
car
in
by
the
mistake.
I don't think Cole's in it. I don't think they're.
Oh
That
man,
would be
if they kill
wild.
him in the
If they
opening, that would
just
be
killed him off
amazing.
between movies after he was the
That
main character in the first one.
that'd be incredible.
At
Oh,
least you can't say they didn't listen to the listen to the critics.
yeah, for real.
Gogs.
I think I'm the most excited for Dune Messiah, but just so throw out a couple of things. I didn't know we were gonna get. I was doing my research today. I didn't know we were gonna get a Violent Night 2, so
Oh,
that could be fun. And what I think it's coming out this year. What's the that the bloody old man Logan Robin Hood movie?
excuse me.
Oh, like the death
Oh
of
yeah,
Robin
the
Hood,
Death of
or
Robin Hood. Yeah,
That looks
that's
pretty interesting.
you know who's directing that?
No.
The guy that directed Pig.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's a
as soon as I heard that, I
stupid
was
hit.
like, oh, I'm fucking in. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going through the list of 2026 movies. I feel like, and maybe you guys felt the same way, looking at all the upcoming stuff, it looks pretty bleak because it's a lot of either remakes, sequels,
Yeah.
or just IP that's already been established.
Yeah.
Like they're making another
Yeah.
cliffhanger, it turns out.
Oh
Or
God.
not,
Minions
it's not
6,
cliffhanger 2,
yeah.
it's just cliffhanger. Like everything, there's another Minions. Like it's just there's just more a live action Moana. Like there's no new ideas. Like
Didn't
the
they already do a
Odyssey,
lot?
we've read it. We've already know the story of the
Didn't they
Odyssey.
already
We
make
don't
a
need
live
that.
action Moana?
Lilo and
no,
Stitch.
they made a sequel to Moana.
Yeah.
No.
So it's just like I don't know. I'm hopeful for something new. But I the thing I picked was I guess an ongoing story. But Denis Villeneuve's done great, and if they like do Messiah is going to be wild. So there you have it.
Nice.
Okay.
Right on. Now it's
Um,
time to talk about our top 3 movie the podcast movies of 2025.
Just like I said with the bottoms, I think we're gonna have varied lists on this one.
Let's find
And
out.
there's when I was going back through the list, there's like 3 movies in my list that are like objectively I would think everybody would have as like the best 3,
Okay.
but then everybody rates everything differently. Like Saving Private Ryan.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not on my list.
Didn't make
Not
my
on
No,
my
list.
list.
I didn't mean the list. Just like
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Black Hawk Down and Brokeback Mountain
Yeah, on my
Mhm.
list.
are probably the 3 best movies. But
All
like,
right,
I
You're
don't
talking
have
about
any of them.
normie objectively the best movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any of them on my list.
Well, go
I think
lead off, Alec. Go.
let's
Yeah.
take it away, toys.
Bang him
Uh,
away.
What'd you say, Chief?
Nothing. Listen
Do
to
what the
kid
kid said.
My number three is what does that say? I usually type it on my phone, and I didn't this year, and I should have. Fucking handwriting is atrocious.
Terminator 3.
Yes, that was my best surprise and my Buffy the Vampire Slayer, BTVS.
Nice.
Is my number three. That movie's a
It was a
blast,
lot-
and
it was a
nobody's
lot
ever
of
going to
fun.
be able to convince me it's not a blast. And it's got like weird cameos galore. Rutger Hauer plays like Dracula or whatever. Yeah, that movie's a lot of fun. Number two, actually, my top two I think are both Disney, old Disney movies. Number two, The Three Musketeers. Like that movie will always have a place in my heart as being a fun romp. Even though I don't think anybody else liked it at all, except for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, and I like the camaraderie between all the Musketeers, even though there are lots of parts that are nonsensical. Nobody does anything in character for half the movie. It still is a lot of fun. Lots of good sword play. And my number one is The Rocketeer.
Nice.
That movie fucking slapped. I remember it slapping, and it still slaps, and it's gonna slap till the day I die.
Stay slapping.
Yep, stay slapping for life.
Hell yeah.
Just like the NWO. Yeah, The Rocketeer's a fucking blast. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
that was really a lot of fun.
That seems like something that I would think would be ripe for a remake, but also like there's something fun about like the janky effects from back then. Like it looks awesome, but also stupid at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. But I am surprised that they haven't
they wouldn't use Nazis now. They'd use like Al Qaeda or something. TJ,
they'd fuck up the costume though.
Yeah,
that's me.
It'd be too streamlined. It needs some of that clunkiness.
Yeah.
My number three was The Conversation. I think that movie is
a good movie.
Is a fucking masterpiece. I loved everything about it. I loved even like the sound design, the way that movie is structured. I thought Gene Hackman's performance is like just like ridiculous, and I love how it examines like paranoia. Like I think it's just a triumph of a movie. I thought it was brilliant. The ending of that movie is a gut punch. I just thought it's fucking brilliant. It makes me miss Francis Ford Coppola before he wanted to make mega lion lips or whatever. I just
mega lion lips. I'd watch
that. My number two was Midnight Special, a movie that
that movie goes hard.
I mean, I thought that movie was incredible. Again, amazing performances, kind of an insane plot, and a movie that leaves you with a lot to chew on the way it ends. And I just think like it's got it has like again like a very good emotional core, and I feel like it's got something to say about fatherhood and responsibility. And Joel Edgerton is very good in it. Michael Shannon, who's like amazing in everything. Like I really like that movie a lot. So, and my number one is Brokeback Mountain.
That's my number two.
Hell yeah.
I think that movie is powerful, and again, like and we've talked about this a lot, but it's a movie that came out a long time ago, but like it's still just as relevant today as it was when it was made, and we really haven't, it feel like we've regressed as a society, and it's just a heartbreaking movie about people that just can't live the life they want to live. And I feel like those two lead performances, I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal is great, but especially, and I guess maybe it hits a little harder because Heath Ledger isn't here with us anymore, but like those performances are amazing. Fuck, I forget her name.
Michelle Williams.
Michelle Williams, like fantastic. Catwoman. I can't remember her name either. Anne Hathaway is fantastic. Everybody's good in that movie. It's heartbreaking, and I love like sad movies, and that movie is incredibly sad.
One of the saddest.
The final shot of that movie and how it's left is just like gut wrenching, and it's really good. And I mean, we talked about it on the show when we did the episode, but it kind of sucks that like in the cultural memory, the movie's kind of remembered almost like a meme because it's about two gay cowboys, and it's like that's not really what the movie's about. and it's about a lot more than that. And it kind of sucks that it gets kind of downgraded to that because it has a lot more to say, and I think it's a really incredible film. Sean.
It's crazy how we've only had like one overlap so far. That's
Yeah.
unusual for us. My number three is Ed Wood, which is
great movie.
I mean, we talked about it to death. It's Tim Burton's best movie, I think. Like, not even close to arguable. It makes a biopic actually like fun and interesting, which is hard to do. Uh, Everybody's so good, and Martin Landau is the fucking best. I love that movie. My number two is somebody mentioned this earlier, The Quick and the Dead.
Yeah, that's
Which
my
is a
number
movie
three.
Yeah, movie rules.
Yeah. It's like perfect for what it is. Like we all talk about, or I talk about at least a lot, the fucking tournament movie, how nobody can get it right, and they
Who
nailed
was
it.
saying? Who said that's how the Mortal Kombat movie should be, or the Mortal Kombat movie needs to be set up in the same vein? Because whoever said that nailed it.
100%.
Yeah, that was Sean.
It's just how tournaments work. It's not a novel idea. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
just,
but like,
it's right there. Yeah,
So
you
many
got
movies fuck it up. That's the
Right.
problem.
like you get everything you need to know. I love all the Dutch angles. I love the way it's shot. Like I love Sharon Stone. Like Gene Hackman's the fucking best in that movie.
Baby Leo is good in
DiCaprio.
it.
So was that fast? Like I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
And my number one was Frank.
Yeah.
It's maybe not the movie I rated the highest on the show, but it's a movie that stuck with me the most, and I think it has a lot to say about, I mean, mental health and friendship and art, and like I think it's a beautiful movie. So that's my list. Dogs.
This is a lot of fun because we're getting a lot of different movies in our top three.
This is what happens when we watch primarily good movies all year.
My number three was Warrior.
Yeah,
That
movie.
movie just like I don't know, it's cool to see a movie that's got that much punching, also deliver that much emotional like weight. Joel Everyman is excellent in it. Tom Hardy is just a monster. He's like the prototypical Bane. Like his character being so broken, and he just does it. Tom Hardy's just kill. They're both killing it. Nick Nolte's phenomenal in it. It's just such a good movie. It's up there with like a Rocky. Like it's that I love it. I think it's a movie that like I think maybe Nate said like something people would probably write off just looking at the way it was promoted and like the promotional materials and like posters and be like, ugh. But like it delivers so much more than what the cover art would say. Good Lord, something just fell in my house. My number two was The Fly.
Oh yeah,
that's my number one.
Brilliant.
It's like what an awesome movie. It follows all its own rules really well. It is super tight. It is moving at like lightning speed. The special effects are amazing. This like the science is fun. Goldblum is great. Gina Davis is great. Like, and it's like tragic, and it's I don't know, the way that movie ends is so perfect because it could end like it's so sympathetic at the end. Like it, I don't know. It carries a ton of weight, and it's brilliant, and it's from a Cronenberg sci-fi body horror film to carry all that like emotion is tremendous. And then my number one was a movie I had never seen up previously, and it probably would be the other movie that I would have watched except for the show, but it already made my list. But Magnolia, like,
Oh yeah,
what a film! Like, what just a beautiful movie about just people's like sort of passing interactions and intertwinement, and I don't know, I loved it. It was like unlike anything I'd ever seen, and it's just a triumph from Paul Thomas Anderson. Like,
oh yeah, it's amazing.
It's S tier, and the performances are all great. It's shot beautifully. Once again, carries a lot of weight, a lot of heart. So
the music in the movie is also fantastic.
the
like
whole the whole thing, like the whole package is just a real triumph. So that was my favorite movie, the podcast movie this year. I had 3 10s on my list, and I think that's all of them. So, I had four. I guess my fourth one was Drive, but Drive rules. Nate.
My number 3 was The Quick and the Dead. It's just, I mean, it's just really well done, and it is, Sean covered it. We've talked about it a lot. It's just, it's a very fun movie, but it has a lot of heart. Brokeback Mountain is my number 2 for obvious reasons, like already covered it, and then my number 1 was The Fly because I think
Yes. Yeah.
having seen it before and watching it with older eyes and seeing like there's a feminist story here. There's this very sort of compassionate story about monsters here. There is hey, the monster might just be the guy that won't leave you alone angle. Like there's so many interesting things going on. Yeah, it's just a great movie.
Nice.
Alec.
I already went.
Oh, you
Alex
already
started
went.
this whole thing.
Alex
That's
started
every-
the whole thing.
That's everybody.
Is that everybody?
That's the show.
Great.
That's
We did it.
2025 Moleies. I have a question. I have a formatting question.
Uh-huh.
I guess this goes to Alec because he's our rules master. He's our commissioner. He's like Earl Hebner, or I don't know, Sergeant Slaughter. Since it's a new year, do we start a new thread or do we continue from last year's? Do we have to pick somebody from
We already
Firepower?
picked. It was James Colburn from Firepower. Is
Oh,
in
we
Hudson
already
Hawk.
picked?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know we
Hudson
already
Hawk.
picked.
Alec picked
Oh.
Hudson Hawk.
There we go. All right. So next week, Hudson Hawk, a movie.
Well, I do have a point though of parliamentary procedure here. Are we allowed to repeat past people? Are we still not allowed to
No.
have repeats?
I would put a vote in to say we can't have repeats.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I just want to.
How
make
does
sure we
everybody else
establish
feel
the
about
rules.
that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Let's
Yeah,
take this
that
thing
works.
as far as we could go without repeats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think no repeats until we I mean, we'll never run out. That's
Every actor.
yeah.
Uh,
You like
Ever. All
movies? Name
actors.
every actor.
All
All
right,
right,
boys,
well
let's go to the
that's 2025, everybody. Thank you for coming with us. Brent, thanks for watching all these fucking movies, you
yeah,
weirdo.
God love you.
I'll tell you what, you guys were complaining about the length. Our last 2 Moleies episodes were barely an hour and a half.
No, this one was longer though. I thought.
Yes.
I still remember that one that was like forever. So
The
my
longest
bad.
show I remember is when we did a review and we talked about The Last Jedi, and I feel like that show was like 4 hours long. That was like
I
a
think
joke.
that was
Yeah, because we
Brett-
did, I think, the Moleies and
the Moleies
Last
was
Jedi,
part of
like,
that.
the same night.
we did the Moleies and we did the Punisher or something, but like we started the Moleies with the Star Wars. It was a fucking nightmare. We were at Gogs' house till like
Yeah,
fucking
didn't we watch the movie before we went and saw Star Wars?
yeah.
It was a whole
I think
thing.
you're
And then
right.
went back to Gog's house and recorded like 4 hours of podcast.
Yeah, it
Well,
was bad.
that movie really sucks. I think I could still do a 2-hour podcast. How much I hate that fucking movie. All right, everybody, have a good night. Welcome to 2026. Go eat your own ass.
All right.
Yum,
Bye.
yum.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.